Hello. Welcome. Welcome. Whew. Just wait for some people to show up. Hunter with the med kit is in fact first. He called it. Good work, Hunter. Yo, Nick and Terratoid and Ree and Original and Joe's Corner. Flippy Top. Mason, what's up, everybody? Hey. What, Liz? What's your beef? What up, Tim? What up, Poke Boy? That's right, Funnel Vision, you ain't first. What up? Hey, guys. Welcome to the Stress Cast, which is what I'm calling this live stream because I'm stressed as fuck because there's a lot left to do on the thing because I ran into technical difficulties while filming, a.k.a. it was Wednesday night before I had to leave for Comic-Con early the next morning, and I accidentally got too silly when I went to the numbers, and it pulled the sound recorder off of its resting place and turned it off, and I lost all the sound that was being recorded. And so I had to redo it all last night and wasn't able to edit over the weekend like I intended to. What's up, Maximeter? So that was rough. There's a lot. Sarah, I don't know. Liz, I'm sorry. Then don't come in here if it's a problem. I'm sorry, man. I didn't know. I didn't know. Don't yell at me. Go take care of your stuff, man. You don't need to be here. It's cool. What's up, Walking Dead? Hey, Carolina. Thank you, Labadaba. Yo, what up? Oh, thank you, Gavin Mraz. Are you related to, is it Jason? Who's the pop star with the last name Mraz? There's a Jason Mraz and a Jason Derulo? Yeah. Oh. I guess Jason's a popular name for pop stars. Are you related to Jason Mraz? Thanks, Nerd and Larry. Really? Are you, Gavin? Because that'd be awesome. What's up, guys? All right. So, I've got to get to work. Lots of work to get done. All right. Let's make this happen. What up, Damian Lopez? I'm sorry, I will not accept any friend requests on Facebook. Facebook is like my most private social thing, so. Oh, thank you, Rose. It says it right down here. Look, it says. Look at that. It's the thing. That's what I'm editing. Thanks, James Hurst. All right. Let's get to work. Dude, my teleprompter lens was smudged, and you can see that there's kind of a smudge here, but the color correction kind of fixes it. So, no, I'm not very active on Facebook at all. I'm most active on Twitter. Oh, thank you, Mr. Movie Buff. Hey, Last Portal. This stream is just me editing videos. I do this because I like people to see the work that goes into the videos they enjoy watching.
A couple of notes before we get started. This kill count has the potential to get really messy because of all the assimilations and off-screen weirdness going on. So I'm gonna try to keep it clean by only including human deaths that happen in the present. That rule in place, let's get to the kills. So I'm gonna try to keep it clean by only including human deaths that happen in the present. That rule in place, let's get to the kills. A couple of notes before we get started. This kill count has the potential to get really messy because of all the assimilations and off-screen weirdness going on. A couple of notes before we get started. This kill count has the potential to get really messy because of all the assimilations. A couple of notes before we get started. This kill count has the potential to get really messy because of all the assimilations. A couple of notes before we get started. This kill count has the potential to get really messy because of all the.
I hate choosing between two takes.
A couple of notes before we get started. This kill count has the potential to get really messy because of all the assimilations and off-screen weirdness going on. Because of all the assimilations and off-screen weirdness going on.
What's up, guys? If you didn't know, if you're new to one of these editing streams, I'll try to interact with you guys as much as possible. I am trying to get work done, though. So, for instance, Teratoid Arc, I notice you, but I just might not be able to answer every question or see everything. Thanks, Roger.
A couple of notes before we get started. This kill count has the potential to get
Oh, you can't really hear the video? I can make it louder. Bloop. We'll see if that works better.
really messy because of all the assimilation. Really messy. Because of all the assimilations and off-screen weirdness going on. So I'm gonna try to. Weirdness going on. So I'm gonna try to keep it. Weirdness going on. So I'm gonna try to keep it clean by only. Because of all the assimilations and off-screen weirdness going on. So I'm gonna try to keep it clean by only including human deaths that happen in the present. With that rule in place, let's get to the kills. See, because of all the assimilations and. So I'm gonna get to the kills.
Thanks, Ertwhile.
The movie begins.
All right, so no need to get angry, Austin Rabidow. I'll do the Saw movies eventually.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today...
Citrus, this I'll probably be editing up until I have to go to sleep, because I just have so much work to do, so this might go on for a number of hours. I have so much work to do.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims.
Tanner Carter, I just love horror movies, and I love talking about them.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at one of my all-time favorite movies, The Thing, released in 1982 and directed by John Carpenter. People ask me all the time what my favorite horror movie is, and while it changes, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at one of my all-time favorite movies, The Thing, released in 1982 and directed by John Carpenter. People ask me all the time what my favorite horror movie is.
Joseph, kill counts always come out on Fridays. Always.
And while it changes from time to time, right now I have to say it's this movie. If you've never seen it, I urge you.
Let's get some music in here, because I think besides that, this intro is done. Yo, fuck. This is a problem. God damn it. This has happened to me before. It's some kind of hard drive thing. I think because it involves this being formatted for Macs, even though I have this program that lets me read to them. I really don't like it because last time I ran into this issue, I had to, like, just reformat that drive. Like, I can work for now, but I'm worried about what's going to happen later. God damn it. All right. This sucks.
I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at one of my all-time favorite movies,
Gamerfest, if you think $1,000 a month is going to let me quit my job so I can make more videos than once a week, I don't know where you live, but it's very expensive to live in LA, so that's definitely not enough. Thank you, the Arctic Fox.
Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims in all our favorite horror movies. I'm James A. Janice, and today we're looking at one of my all-time favorite movies, The Thing, released in 1982 and directed by John Carpenter. People ask me all the time what my favorite horror movie is, and while it changes from time to time, right now I have to say it's this movie. If you've never seen it, I urge you to stop this video and go watch it now. I'm serious.
Sarah, that does not cover my rent. Plus, you gotta think about taxes and shit.
Go watch this amazing movie. It has so much going for it. Not only is it filled with enough practical effects and body horror to make Clive Barker cream himself, it's also an effectively dreadful movie that blankets you with a deep sense of paranoia and hopelessness. And who doesn't want that in their lives? Based on a John W. Campbell sci-fi story from the 30s, The Thing follows a group of 12 American researchers at a remote Antarctic research facility who are infiltrated by an extraterrestrial that can perfectly assimilate
What up,
and
Sebastian?
imitate other forms. While the titular thing is
I've never heard
dangerous
the
enough,
Boogeyman
the real
series.
threat ends up being suspicion and mistrust as the beleaguered group begins to turn on each other and get driven to desperation. A couple of notes before we get started. This kill count has the potential to get really messy.
My rent is about 11, 12. I think it's $11.50 a month. I've not seen the Belko Experiment.
Researchers at a remote Antarctic research facility who are infiltrated by an Campbell sci-fi story from the 30s. The Thing follows a group of 12 American researchers at a remote Antarctic research facility who are infiltrated by an extraterrestrial that can perfectly assimilate and imitate other forms. While the titular thing is dangerous enough, the real threat ends up being suspicion and mistrust as the beleaguered group begins to turn on each other and get driven to desperation. A couple of notes before we get started.
Thanks, T. Rose Williams. Hey, Peanut.
And get driven to desperation.
I'll play more Friday the 13th when I catch up. I had 2 weekends in a row where I had to go to conventions, D23 and then Comic-Con. And weekends are usually when I get my most work done. So because I was unable to work, that was like 6 days of work gone, guys. That was a lot of time that, I mean, I had a great time. I would never trade it. I love conventions. But that's 6 days that I normally would be working on Dead Meat that I wasn't able to, so that means I have a lot of catching up to do, so I'm not going to be able to do any game streams for like a couple of weeks or something. Yeah, okay, so there's I see lots and lots and lots of requests for stuff, so time for the spiel. All right, guys, here's the spiel. Incoming spiel. If you've heard it before, and I know a lot of you have, I'm very sorry, but this is what needs to happen for all the newbies in the stream. All right, ready for this? Here's the spiel. All right. I love making these videos. It's my favorite thing in my life besides my girlfriend and my cat. Uh, I love doing dead meat. It's my favorite fucking thing in the world. But I also work at a full-time job. That job takes up 60 hours a week. I don't work 60 hours a week. I'm counting in like the time I have to like drive there. The commute fucking sucks, and just what I have to do to get to work, and come home. That's 60 hours a week because I wake up at 6 to go to work and I get home at 6. So that's the time that I'm not at home. Um, that I have to do that to pay bills, obviously. So as long as that restriction on my life is in place, that means that out of every week, which I believe a week is 168 hours, 60 hours are removed because of work I have to do to survive, right? So that leaves very little time, and I have to eat and sleep. And aside from those two things and the occasional hangout with my girlfriend, who I love, and the cat that I mentioned, I put all the rest of my time into dead meat, into writing and shooting and editing, mostly editing, so much editing. God, there's so much editing. All of my spare time I put into that. I don't do anything social, really. I watch Bachelorette every week with a bunch of friends, but most of my time, I come home from work, I work on dead meat, I go to sleep, I wake up, go to work, etc., etc. All right, I'm really trying to make it so that dead meat is my job. And once that happens, I'll have more time, and then I'll be able to do big series. The reason I can't do any big series like Nightmare or Halloween or Texas Chainsaw Massacre is because the way in which I write these scripts and everything involve me watching the entire movie series first and then commenting on the series as a whole. And when there's like 10 movies in a series like Halloween, I don't have time to watch 10 movies. If I did that, you wouldn't have kill counts for weeks as I like prepared for it. Friday the 13th is 12 movies. I know it took me months to prepare to release that. I started working on the series in November. The first episode didn't come out till April. So that's the kind of work that had to go into it before I started releasing it. All right. Unfortunately, what are you talking about, Josh the Gamer? Unfortunately, YouTube ad revenue isn't great. And I know that my videos get a lot of views and I love it. But I don't make barely any money from it. So the only way for this to really sustain me and pay my bills is to contribute to my Patreon. If you don't know what Patreon is, it's a monthly subscription service. You don't call it a donation on Patreon because there are rewards. Think of it as like a Netflix subscription, only you can choose the amount that you want to give me every month, including $1 a month. You can give me just a single dollar a month, which if you think about it is like a quarter a week, which for most people I would guess is affordable. If it's not, no judgment. That's cool, man. I'm not saying that like I understand that everyone has different situations, and if you can't afford it, that's cool. Thank you for watching my videos and for being a fan. I've been there before, trust me. But if you can spare $1 a month or more, please consider contributing to my Patreon because that's the way that YouTubers and independent creators really get paid nowadays is because, it takes time to create things and time costs money. So I'm asking if you're able to contribute to a Patreon, it would really help me out because as soon as I'm able to make enough from Patreon plus ad revenue plus merchandise, which I'll be launching soon with a lot of help from Chelsea, I'm going to leave my job and I'm going to be committing 60 hours or more a week to dead meat, and you'll be getting more than one video a week, and you'll be getting those big-ass series that you love. Also, the thing with Patreon is if you choose to do more than $1 a month, there are rewards. I mentioned them before. For instance, $5 a month gets you early releases to Kill Count episodes. I'm sure sometimes you've gotten the notification that a new episode is out, and you've gone there, and it's been live for 5 minutes, but there are already like 10 comments. Those are patrons. Those are cool-ass people who are helping support me. They get access to the episode early, at least a day, sometimes two. Not lately because it's just so stressful. But and then there's other rewards for higher up levels. Movie reviews included. I have a movie review of Puppet Master and The Evil Dead up for certain levels of patrons. So you can unlock that with various... you should take a short break so you can get most things done. I see I've thought about like taking a break from releasing videos, but I don't want to do that to you guys because I know that you love this content. And I don't want to do it to me either because it's consistency is the thing that grows the channel the most. I I think releasing a video every week has really helped with Dead Meat's explosive growth, which is really exciting. And I think that if I took a week off, I'm worried about the damage it might do. And again, I know that you guys really like this content, and I really like this content, so I'm really trying to just keep pushing forward and keep pushing forward until I reach that point, because I hope that it's within grasp, maybe a couple of months. But if you can help me get there so that I can slow down a little bit and breathe and sleep and still release great content and release more content for you, please, again, consider going to Patreon. I am not getting enough sleep, T-Rose. That's the first thing that goes. I get about 5 hours a night. But please consider, if you can afford it, to contribute to my Patreon. I just hit a really cool milestone. I just hit 1,000 a month, which is great. But again, as I mentioned earlier, that's not enough to survive. Especially this kind of income gets taxed at a higher rate because it's like independent contractors. So please consider, if you can, hitting up that Patreon. The link's in the chat. Again, you can do it for as low as $1 a month. That'd be dope. Hey, Julian. Thanks a lot, you guys. I'm gonna do Saw for sure. That's one of the ones I really want to do. So yeah. Also, when I finally leave my job, Emily Colantonio, thank you for joining the Patreon family. And that's another thing, is once I finally leave my job and I'm able to do a giant series, you know who's going to get to decide what series I do? My patrons. I'm going to throw up a poll that's just for patrons to vote on, and they can vote between Hellraiser, Halloween, Nightmare, Chainsaw, Saw, fucking everything that you want. Patrons get to have a say. Even the $1 a month patrons. You guys get to do it because every little bit counts. Because literally, my subscriber base is what? 88,000 now? At this point, if less than 10% of my subscriber base agreed to subscribe for $1 a month, just a single $1 a month, that would be enough for me to leave my job. Easy. So I would love for people to do that. Thank you, Bowser Jr. Squad. But dude, man, you get more money based on views, James, so hopefully you get more views per video. But it's not like you don't get a lot of money at all, man. I think I got $100 for Freddy vs. Jason before it got age gated, and that was like 700,000 views. Like, I'm not going to be cracking tens of millions of views on my videos. So they don't bring in the money. YouTube ad revenue does not. It sucks. Fake dead meat. I don't have any bastard sons. Okay, guys. Supreme ROTV, I just went through the whole spiel. If you want Nightmare or any of the other big series, please hit me up on Patreon. That'll help me out a lot. I know, dude, man, it really does suck. You would think that like these views, like the views that I'm getting, might be a little decent for revenue, but it's not, unfortunately. Thank you, stupid crap. Cool. All right, guys. I'm going to... Oh, okay, that's awesome. You should email me about that because I love board games. deadmeatjames@gmail.com. Okay, guys. I'm going to get back to work here. I'll continue to try to pay attention to the chat, but yeah, the big thing... There's not a vote yet. Frosty is near. Which franchise is winning the vote right now? There's not one. When that's a thing that will happen, that we'll all celebrate when I finally can put in my notice at work, which... I fantasize about every day when I'm there dealing with people. Great.
The Thing, released in 1982 and directed by John Carpenter. People ask me all the time what my favorite thing is. Dangerous enough, the real threat ends up being suspicion and mistrust as the beleaguered group begins to turn on each other and get driven to desperation. A couple of notes before we get started. This kill count has the potential to get really messy because of all the assimilations and
I don't know who's Dewey. I don't know if you're telling me to keep it PG, but this is a horror movie channel, and I'm not a PG type individual. Summer does not affect my job. Most jobs are not affected by summer. You don't get a summer break when you're an adult. It's one of the very sad things about life. But yeah, summer is just regular job hours as always. I'm a video editor. I create web content for Fox broadcasting shows. Oh yeah, I forgot my mom came to a live stream one time. That was funny. Great. Okay, that sounds good. Oh, Jet Helms, welcome. Welcome to the Patreon family. Thank you so much, Jet. Thank you.
That rule in place, let's get to the kills.
If Lucy, my cat, comes around, I'll grab her and show her, but I don't want to go hunt for her. Okay, that needs color correction, but I'll deal with that a little later.
Off-screen weirdness going on. So
All right.
The movie begins with a spaceship crashing into Earth's atmosphere, showing that sometimes
My editing software
invasions
costs
happen by
$50 a
accident.
month.
After the
That's
title
another
hardly jumped
expense
in
that is just
1982,
part of
where
this
a
all,
real
you know.
handsome dog wolf is running across the frozen expanse of Antarctica in the snow. When it blows up, it gives us our first human kill. Bet that guy sucked at Easter egg hunts when he was a kid. The surviving Norwegian opens fire, hitting George Bennings in the leg, so Outpost Commander Gary clumsily
Infer, I'm not going to be done with this video
the
tonight.
dog handler adopts the orphan doggy to a good
Deadmeatjames
home.
at gmail.com is my email.
In fact, let's just go ahead and take a minute or two to meet all the guys present here, because it'll help to know them all going forward. In fact, let's just go ahead and take a minute or two to meet all the guys present here, because it'll help to know them all going forward. In fact, let's just go ahead and take a minute or two to meet all the guys present here, because it'll help to know them all going forward.
Number 2, easy choice there.
In fact, let's just go ahead to a good home. In fact, let's just go ahead and take a minute or two to meet all the guys present here, because it'll help to know them all going forward.
Actually, before we do T-shirts, we're gonna have pins are gonna be the first type of merch we delve into, and we're very excited. We had a long discussion just last night, actually, with my friend Sarah, who does Disney pins with her company Fanflare. She makes very nice pins. They're very popular, and so we're going to be doing horror-style pins that Chelsea designed, and we're very excited about them. We're moving forward as fast as we can, and we're going to open up the pre-sales pretty soon. So we're not partnering with Fanflare. We just had Sarah help us out. There's such different audiences, I think, that there's, the Disney audience and the horror audience are going to be pretty different.
There's Windows.
I would love to make fidget
spinners. Hasn't been
spinners.
able to get a hold of anyone for 2 weeks now, which is really upsetting Blair, the biologist.
What? Yeah, how soon do you think? Like days, right? Yeah, we're going to be doing pre-orders of pins within days, guys. So, I mean, it'll be like weeks before you get them, because you have to do the pre-order, then we can know how many to order. We order them, they get made and shipped to us. So it's still weeks out till when you're holding them, but you'll be able to order them very soon. Can I show them? Yeah, let's see, guys. I'll show you what we got coming in. So we're going to start with, I think, 5 designs. They'll cost, I'm not sure. I think the simpler ones will be like $8, and then some of the other ones might be more 10 to 12, because some of them are pretty fucking cool, and hopefully you'll be fine paying that amount for like the cool ones. Let's see. So we're going to have the logo, obviously. Well, Dead Meat logo. That's fun. A Final Girl pin. Says Final Girl. You can wear it and be a Final Girl. We're going to have, let's see, which 5 are we going to have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're gonna have from Scream. We're gonna have a pin from each of the first 3 series that I'm covering. So from Scream, we're gonna have the Deputy Dewey badge, Woodsboro, California. Okay, and fanfare pins aren't down to $4, are they? I saw 8 to 12. Sarah didn't mention no $4 pins. Also, she has a big base to sell to. From The Thing, we're gonna have McCready himself with Dynamite and Flair, which is pretty exciting. And then from Friday the 13th, from everyone's favorite Friday the 13th, and definitely not a movie that I've gotten a lot of hate over because of how much I like it, we're going to have Astronaut Jason. Hell yeah. We're going to have Astronaut Jason. Motherfuckers. Look at that NASA portrait of Jason because he went into space, and you love it. You probably don't love it, but I do. And we're going to have a pin. Yeah. So, enjoy that. And we have other designs that we're not going to start with because it's expensive to, like, make the pins. We want to make sure that they're successful first. And Chelsea designed all of these painstakingly by hand. I was extremely impressed by her commitment and work ethic to design these. But like she just made these with a fucking pen tool in Photoshop, which is great. So these are going to be available for pre-order pretty soon, within days, and that'll help us out as well. So can't wait to do that, and then we'll go into shirts.
Displayed by Wilford Brimley. But you're not gonna get any diabetes jokes from me, guys. Sorry, that well is dry. But you're not gonna get any diabetes jokes from me, guys. Sorry, that well is dry. But you're not gonna get any diabetes jokes from me, guys. Sorry, that well is dry.
Hi, Celeste.
By Wilford Brimley. But you're not gonna get any diabetes jokes from me, guys. Sorry, that well is dry. We briefly met.
A lot of people want that Final Girl pin. Yeah.
But you're not gonna get any
I'm not editing sound yet. Also, Gressel told me a way that might be able to save me all those hours I do on sound. Some passes and audition I might be able to do, so I'm really excited to try those out. Hopefully tomorrow. Yeah, I'll do 2 or more. What? I can't hear you. Oh yeah, they love them. They really want them. They're ready to pre-order right fucking now. Yeah, I do 2 or more takes, especially for stuff I'm on camera with, just to make sure I get it right. But I hate it when I have to edit and pick those. Kenya, my favorite horror movie on the channel is The Thing, because this movie's the fucking best.
And he gets stitched up by Copper, the outpost physician. Who's that rollerblading down the hallway?
Oh, that.
The Norwegian, and he gets stitched up by Copper, the outpost physician. Who's that rollerblading down the hallway? Why, it's Heather Graham. Just kidding, it's Knowles, the station cook. He probably has to work.
I'm always tired, Troublegum. I'm literally tired 100% of my life.
A mechanic who loves to smoke that sweet Antarctic kush. The other mechanic is Childs, and there are a couple of other scientists like Norris and Fuchs, all under the command of Gary, who we already met. Oh yeah, and then there's motherfucking RJ McCready, aka Mac.
Yeah, no, they legitimately want to order them right now. We'll get it set up real soon, guys. But that's great to hear. Oh, Ethan. People have certainly asked that. No, I'm not going to include any of the animals or the things in the kill count because it would get way too fucking messy. Christian Dietrich, I did get your email. Thank you so much for the kind words. I appreciate it. Fake dead meat, you don't have to G-chat me and call me your father. You fucking weirdo. You're a fake man. You're a fake man. Dude, man, I just love horror movies. That's why I wanted to start it. You know what? I'm honestly getting ahead of myself with this music. I'm being real. I should know that I'm not this close to putting in music, so I gotta knock that shit off.
You always want to be friends with the chopper pilot. Copper enlists Mac.
I wish that delivery was better. I look real tired there.
You always want to be friends with the chopper pilot. Copper enlists Mac to fly him to the Norwegian station so he can try to find some answers to the two-man invasion they just faced. While they're out, Stranger Dog explores his new digs. He walks into a room with someone silhouetted against the wall, and now's a good time to tell you that that dog's a thing, and he's about to infect that dude. Who is it? Well, there are a lot of theories, some stronger than others.
Oh, guys, this is a lot of takes I gotta go through.
A lot of this movie ambiguous.
4 takes?
Uncertainty.
Let's see if this one's good.
Who is it? Well, there are a lot of theories, some stronger than others, but the filmmakers intentionally left a lot of this movie ambiguous to play into the themes of uncertainty and paranoia. Since we don't know for sure, I'm not going to add anyone to the kill count right now, but just know that someone in the base has already gotten thingified.
That's a pretty good one. I like that one.
Who is it? Well, there are a lot of...
Hey, wait tonight. That's not the way to get subscribers, man. Is you don't go into chats and ask people to subscribe to your channel. So please don't spam the chat with that. Oh yeah, Kate, I got your email, so I'll check that out when I have a minute. All right.
Kill count right now, but just know that...
Yeah, we actually have a golden chainsaw and dull machete pin design lined up. We have 4 additional designs ready, but it would have been too expensive to make all 9 of our designs right away. So we're gonna hold off on the other 4. The other 4 are those 2, plus another Friday the 13th and another Scream one.
Who is it? Well, there are a lot of theories, some stronger than others, but the filmmakers intentionally left a lot of this movie ambiguous to play into the themes of paranoia and uncertainty. Since we don't know for sure, I'm not going to add anyone to the kill count just now, but know that someone in the base has already gotten thingified.
Yeah, I think that the second one.
Who is it? Well, there are a lot of theories, some stronger than others, but the filmmakers intentionally left a lot of this movie ambiguous to play into the themes of uncertainty and paranoia. Since we don't know for sure, I'm not going to add anyone to the kill count right now, but just know that someone in the base has already gotten thingified.
Yep, that's the one we're going with. I'm not even going to watch those other 2. I don't want to do that to myself. It's fine. It's fine, James.
Time to tell you that that dog's a thing, and he's about to infect that dude. Who is it?
Shopify, which is the same thing that Sarah uses for Fanflare. That's what we'll
he's about
be
to
using.
infect that dude.
Mike is muted.
Who is it? Well, to infect that dude. Who is it? Well, there are a lot of infect that dude. Who is it? That dude. Who is it? Well, there are a lot of theories, some stronger than others, but the filmmakers intentionally left a lot of this movie ambiguous to play into the themes of uncertainty and paranoia. Since we don't know for sure, I'm not going to add anyone to the kill count right now, but just know that someone in the base has already gotten thingified. Copper and Mac arrive at the smoking Norwegian base and find a whole lot of fun stuff. First is a frozen dead body with its wrist slit, but I'm not going to put it on the list because I'm trying to keep it simple here, folks. Then they come across a big old ice tub, which strangely looks like it'd be fun to take a nap in. Out back, they find the charred remains of something.
Is that a man in there or something?
I don't know, Doc. Why don't you take it home and find out? I don't know. Oh, that's exactly what they do.
What's up, Ultra Experience? Thank you.
I don't know, Doc. Why don't you take it home and find out? Oh, that's exactly what they do. I don't know, Doc. Why don't you take it home and find out? Oh, that's exactly what they do. I don't know, Doc. Why don't you take it home and find out?
Maybe that one. Definitely not the second one.
I don't know, Doc. Why don't you take it home and find out? Oh, that's
Maybe that one.
I don't know, Doc. Why don't you take it home and find out? Oh, that's exactly what they do.
Yeah, let's go with that first
I don't
one.
know, Doc. Why don't you take it home and find out? I don't know, Doc. Why don't you take it home?
Is that a man in there or something else? I use Adobe Premiere to edit.
I don't know, Doc.
Yeah, I'll do live streams again, guys, of games. Just when I have the time.
I don't know, Doc. Why don't you take it home and find out? Oh, that's exactly what they do. The crew Oh, that's exactly what they do. The crew takes a good long look at the steaming carcass, which is fine by me since that thing looks gnarly. Look at those heads, those fused ass heads. Sick stuff, and we're just getting started.
Why did I record 5 takes of We're Just Getting Started? 6 takes of We're Just Getting Started? James, come on.
And we're just getting started, and we're just getting started.
Not that one.
We're only getting started, and we're only getting started, and we're only getting started,
This one.
and we're only getting started,
Yeah.
and we're only getting started. And we're only getting started. And we're only getting started.
I like that one too.
And we're only getting started. Look at those heads, those fused ass heads. Sick stuff. And we're just getting started. We're only getting started. Look at those. And we're only those fused ass heads. Sick stuff. And we're only getting started. And we're only getting started.
Actually, this one.
Those fused ass heads. Sick stuff. And we're only getting started.
Yeah, that one. Great. 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 Moving on. Oops.
Fused ass heads. Sick stuff. And we're only getting started. We get more bloody bits when Blair does an autopsy and finds your average human organs inside the body.
See a white tiger?
Normal.
Yeah, Blair, that thing is normal. Maybe normal for an art piece that David Cronenberg commissioned from Salvador Dali. That night, Clark puts Stranger Dog in the kennel, and if you don't want to see a bunch of dogs turn into goo, you should probably stop watching right now. But
Man, this episode has so many things where it's me on camera. We're only getting started. All right. I don't know why the camera keeps changing lightness between, like, little moments. That's really fucked up, yo. Maybe it's the teleprompter? I don't know. That's fucked up, though. That's going to fuck with my color correction. Oh, I'll see you, Sarah.
But actually, maybe don't stop. I already sent a bunch of people away in the beginning, and I kind of need the rest of you to finish watching this video, please. But actually, maybe don't stop, because I already sent a bunch of people away in the beginning, and I actually need the rest of you to finish watching this video, please. But actually, maybe don't stop, because I already sent a bunch of people away in the beginning, and I kind of need the rest of you to finish watching this video, please.
I like that one. We're only getting started, motherfuckers. Hey, are we almost done? Oh no, we ain't almost done. We only getting started. Thanks, Navs.
Should probably stop watching right now. But actually, maybe don't. Should probably stop watching right now. But actually, maybe don't stop, because I already sent a bunch of people away in the beginning, and I kind of need the rest of you to finish watching this video, please.
Yeah, that's the right choice. That's the right choice right there. That's the right choice right there, son.
Of you to finish watching this video, please. Anyway, the other dogs start freaking out, but I don't know if there's any cause for concern. They might just be super cliquey and want to give the new guy a hard time. I don't see anything wrong with him. Oh, his face just split open. Okay, fair. Yeah, this dog might have something wrong with him. What are those? A bunch of pull and peel Twizzlers? God damn! All right, man, you do you, I guess. Just leave the other dogs out of it, okay? Aw, come on, what are you doing there? Gross. Mac overhears the commotion and summons the alarm, bringing everyone to the kennels where they find, this going on. Good dog? No, I gotta say, that's a bad dog. And look what you did to your new friend. That's a bad dog. Mac and Gary shoot at it, but the thing just gets pissed and tries to leap through the ceiling until Childs hops in with the flamethrower and torches this abomination. Again, for the kill count, I'm only including human deaths, so that's why those dogs and this thing aren't counted. Blair does another autopsy and
I did not buy one of those Master from Comic Cons. The cheapest fucking ones were like $600 something. That Hellraiser one, like the whole thing with Clive Barker, that was like $1,700. I would love to be in a position one day where I'm like, that's a good purchase. But right now I'm like, that's rent and a half.
Blair does another autopsy and explains that the thing imitates other life forms, but they were able to stop it before it finished. Imitates other life forms, but they were able to stop it. Before.
I mean, they're high quality masks, and he told me a lot of info in our interview. I just had to cut most of it out, but they last 20 years. They don't get cracked or anything, so.
Imitates other life forms, but they were able to stop it before it finished.
I know he wanted me to try on the one I tried on, so that's why I did it.
Forms, but they were able to stop it before it finished.
Oh, Dr. Loomis, thank you for that.
Finish what? Finish imitating these dogs.
As Blair and Clark tend to
Wade, you better do that homework, dog.
As Blair and Clark tend to one of the surviving dogs, suspicion begins to set in.
What the hell are you looking at me like that for?
The gang watches some tapes of the Norwegians excavating something from the ground. They figure out where it is, and Matt gets his best chopper flying jacket on. When they get to the site, they find the Millennium Falcon sitting inside an ice crater. Huh, never really noticed that spaceship there, Antarctica. Is that new? How long's that been there?
I'd say the ice it's buried in is 100,000 years old, at least.
Oh, so like, a while then.
I'm going to get another beer. I'll be right back. The reason I wear glasses now but not in the kill count, I think I look better with contacts, but contacts really bug me, so I wear glasses when I'm just chilling, which is what I'm doing now. Be right back. I found a cat. I found a cat. I love you. That's not a cat, it's a thing. Lucy, are you a thing? Lucy. Lucy, are you a thing? Oh, you can infect me if you want. You're so cute. You'll be the cutest little thing. Oh, you'd be the cutest little thing. Okay, she's done. Baby, they said Lucy's a thing. The Thing reboot is not next. I'm just treating Thing as a one-off for now. I'll do. Oh, cool. Thanks, Parker. I'll do the remake at some point, you know. But right now, I just want to do the Thing because it's my favorite fucking thing, and then I'm gonna do some other shit. The two before Child's Play starts are Night of the Living Dead and Cabin in the Woods.
Oh, so like, a while then. Oh, so like, a while then. Oh, so like, a while then. Oh, so like, a while then.
I think that first one.
Oh, so like, a while then.
I have Rolling Rock. I think it's the best cheap beer. Super easy to drink. Scott Dad drank a Bella Die.
Buried in is 100,000 years old, at least.
Oh, so like, a while then.
1,000 years old, at least.
Oh, so like a while then.
Thousand years old, at least.
Oh, so like
1,000 years old, at least.
oh, so like
I'd say the ice that's buried in is 100,000 years old, at least.
oh, so like a while then. They also find
I don't have an Xbox. I don't have an Xbox.
like a while then. They also find where that ice tub came from, and again, I just feel the urge to crawl inside there for some reason. Anyone else, or am I just fucking weird?
Oh man, why did I do so many fucking takes on this one? Jesus fucking Christ.
Anyone else, or am I just fucking weird? 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 Anyone else, or am I just Anyone else, or am I just fucking weird?
Let's go with that one. I do have a Wii U. Got that Wii U.
There for some reason. Anyone else, or am I just fucking I came from, and again, I just feel the urge to crawl inside there for some reason. Anyone else, or am I just fucking weird? Anyone else, or am I just fucking weird? These And again, I just feel the urge to crawl inside there for some reason. Anyone else, or am I just fucking weird? These guys are much smaller.
I'd climb inside anything for a laugh. That's from Arcane Aardvark. That is words of wisdom from Arcane Aardvark.
These guys are much smarter than me, though, and instead of just crawling around in big ice holes, they figure out that the ice tub was actually the frozen thing, thrown from the spaceship and frozen underground until the Norwegians found it. These guys are much smarter than me, though, so instead of just crawling around in big ice holes, they figure out that the ice tub... They figure out that the ice tub... These guys are much smarter than me, though, and instead of just crawling around in big ice holes, and instead of crawling around in big ice holes, they figure out that the ice tub... Or am I just fucking weird? These guys are much smarter than me, though, and instead of just crawling... Smarter than me, though, and instead of just crawling around in big ice holes, they figure out...
Oops. Oops.
Around in big ice holes, they figure out... Smarter than me, though, and instead of just crawling around... Than me, though, and instead of just crawling around in big ice holes, they figure out that the ice tub...
Hope I'm able to make those two audio things match.
Weird. These guys are much smarter than me, though, and instead of just crawling around in big ice holes, they figure out that the ice tub was actually the frozen thing, thrown from the spaceship and frozen underground until the Norwegians found it.
They dig it up, they cart it back. It gets thawed out, wakes up, probably not in the best of moods.
Damn it, Norway, get your scientists under control. Blair runs a computer simulation, and in true 80s movie computer fashion, it somehow has the ability to display graphical representation of the thing's assimilation process, as well as write and...
Probably not in the best of moods.
Damn it, Norway, get your...
Probably not in the best of moods.
Damn it, Norway, get your scientists
Thanks,
under control.
Jaden
Blair runs a
Hodge.
computer simulation, and in true 80s movie computer fashion, it somehow has the ability to display graphical representation of the thing's assimilation process, as well as write and... Blair runs a computer simulation, and in true 80s movie computer fashion, it somehow has the ability to display graphical representation of the thing's assimilation process, as well as write and complete sentences and make wild predictions based on a few keystrokes. Thanks for the info, magical movie computer. Meanwhile, Windows and Bennings put the two-headed body from the Norwegian camp into storage, but they don't see that it's still got some life to it. So after Windows briefly leaves the room, he comes back to find Bennings mid-assimilation, meaning we can finally throw another body on the kill count. I'll do this.
What is up, people who are here now? Yeah, I'll definitely do Get Out at some point. That's one of the best horror movies I've seen recently. Although I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think that the past, I think that this decade has been amazing for horror. I love the shit that's been coming out. Honestly,
Find Bennings mid-assimilation, meaning we can finally throw another body on the kill count. I'll do this if we see someone getting taken over like this, since it's verification that the person is dead. Bennings' thing makes it out of the base and into the snow, but he doesn't get far before dropping to the ground and getting shit your pants creepy at the guys. Sounding like a dinosaur? Get the hell out of here, thing. Max spills some gas on him and they all have a real nice Bennings thing bonfire. As a matter of precaution, they burn all the other thing bodies they have too. But during their blazing bonding session, they notice Blair is absent. Max sees him running from the chopper a bit later and discovers that Blair is a saboteur. He's also a crazy pants Looney Tune.
man, Sheshmo Hiraz, you really like that Power Hour line, huh?
Saboteur. He's also a crazy pants Looney Tune, taking an axe to the He's also a crazy pants Looney Tune, taking an axe to the radio room and killing the rest of the dogs in the kennel.
The blood testing scene is one of my favorite scenes in movie history. There's also someone did a claymation version of that scene with the characters from Frozen, and it's pretty fucking fantastic because they just use the audio from the actual movie, and I love it.
Radio room and killing the rest of the dogs in the kennel. Even
Thanks, Sage. I really like that joke too.
even shoots at Childs, but when he runs out of ammo, even shoots at Childs, but when he runs out of ammo, but when he runs out of ammo, the others bust in and
Is Lee Hardcastle the guy who did that? Oh, Gem Jewel Man, it was not a vacation.
the kennel. Even shoots at Childs.
I've never had a vacation.
Even shoots at Childs, but when he runs out of ammo, the others bust in and ask him to table his little temper tantrum. They subdue and table his little temper tantrum. The others bust in and ask him to table his little temper tantrum. They subdue and sedate him and lock him They subdue and sedate him and lock him in Mac's tower, where he explains the root of his frustration.
I don't know who to trust.
Ash, y'all better do it before Friday.
Lock him in Mac's tower, where he explains the root of his frustration.
I don't know who to trust.
Frustration.
I don't know who to trust.
Mac tries to brush it off and leave.
Trust.
Mac tries to brush it off and leave, but Wilford Brimley is like, "No, I'm serious. Let me act here." And Mac's like, "Okay, let's see what you got." Brimley is like, "No, I'm serious. Let me act here." And Mac tries to brush it off and leave, but Wilford Brimley is like, "No, I'm serious. Let me act here." And Mac's like, "Okay, let's see what you got."
I said watch Clark and watch him close.
I've actually never seen the Thing prequel, so I don't know.
"Hey, let's see what you got."
I said watch Clark and watch him close. Do you hear me?
Even Mac's got to admit, that was some damn fine acting. Good work, Wilford. Copper comes up with an idea to mix blood samples with uncontaminated blood to test who's a thing, but they find Wilford. Copper comes up with an idea to mix blood samples with uncontaminated blood to test who's a thing, but they find all the backup blood has been drained. Saboteur!
Oh, great. Let's look at my 4 takes of this fucking thing.
Saboteur! Saboteur! Saboteur!
This is dumb.
Saboteur! Saboteur!
Yeah, guys, there's a Dead Meat fan page on Instagram started by Dr. Loomis. Check it out. Look it up.
Saboteur! 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 Saboteur!
Oh no, I don't know which one to pick.
Saboteur! 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 This
Oh man, maybe that last one. They get increasingly silly.
Saboteur! 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 Saboteur!
Yeah, I think that one. I think that one's won my heart.
Saboteur!
Oh, number 3?
Saboteur!
Alright, I'm going with the last one, but here, guys. For everyone here, you guys get to experience this.
Saboteur! 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 Saboteur!
No, someone just needs to make that a song.
It's been drained. Saboteur! This creates more paranoia since Gary's the only one with the key and this creates more paranoia since
Good, Liz. I'm glad to help.
this creates more paranoia since Gary's the only This creates more paranoia since Gary's the only one with the key and Copper's the only one he ever gives it to. Tension the one with the key. Copper's the only one he ever gives it to. Tension's really Copper's the only one he ever gives it to. Tensions really start to rise here, and Windows gets so freaked out he tries to arm himself with the shotgun before.
What up, Ali?
Before Gary stops him. Gary then concedes control of the place to Mac because before Gary stops him. Gary then concedes control of the place to Mac because Gary then concedes control of the place to Mac because when you have a beautiful mane of hair like that, people just want to follow. Like that.
Saboteur.
Of hair like that, people just want to follow you, man. Mac torches the bad blood and lays out some logic.
I know I'm human. And if you were all these things, then you just attack me right now. So some of you are still human.
That's what I freak.
Oh, god damn it. Multiple motherfucking takes. Oh, what? 3 takes of this long-ass fucking thing? I don't want to sit here and watch them.
That's what I freaking love about this movie. In most horror movies, you're watching characters who make dumb decisions that you know you could avoid. But these are all smart dudes acting as intelligently as they can, trying to solve a problem. They just occasionally make fatal mistakes. That's what I freaking love about this movie, man. In most horror movies, you're watching characters who make dumb decisions that you know you could avoid. But these are all smart dudes acting as intelligently as they can, trying to solve a problem. They just occasionally make fatal mistakes. That's what I freaking love about this movie, man. In most horror movies, you're watching characters who make dumb decisions that you know you could avoid. But these are all smart dudes acting as intelligently as they can, trying to solve a problem. They just occasionally make fatal mistakes. Take Fuchs, for instance.
1 or 3. I hate this part.
That's what I freaking love about this movie. In most horror movies, you're watching characters who make dumb decisions that you know you could avoid. But these are all smart dudes acting as intelligently as they can, trying to solve a problem. They just occasionally make fatal mistakes.
I like that one, actually.
Mistake. That's what I freaking... That's what I freaking love about
Oh,
this
wow,
movie.
everyone
In
else is
most horror
saying
movies, you're
3.
watching
I'll
characters
review
who make
'em.
dumb
I'll review 'em
decisions that
again.
you know you could avoid. But these are all smart dudes acting as intelligently as they can, trying to solve a problem. They just occasionally make fatal mistakes. That's what I freaking love about this movie, man. In most horror movies, you're watching characters who make dumb decisions that you know you could avoid. But these are all smart dudes acting as intelligently as they can, trying to solve a problem. They just occasionally make fatal mistakes. Take few mistakes.
Guys, I don't know. I hate this part. This part's so hard because, like, I'm so good at this and I do such good work that, like, when I have 2 takes, they're both so good. I just don't know which good one to pick.
Don't make fun of my silly voices. I'm an artist.
Pick number 3, my lord.
That's what I freaking love about this movie. In most horror movies, you're watching characters
And I
who
hate
make
that
dumb
there's such
decisions
long
that you
fucking
know you could avoid.
takes.
But these are all smart dudes acting as intelligently as they can, trying to solve a problem. They just occasionally make fatal mistakes. That's what I freaking love about this movie, man. In most horror movies, you're watching
I'm going with
characters-
number 1, guys.
That's what I freaking love about this movie. In most horror movies, you're watching characters who make dumb decisions that you know you could avoid. But these are all smart dudes acting as intelligently as they can, trying to solve a problem. They just occasionally make fatal
All right, no, I'll go with 3. There. Never say democracy's dead. Except for when it is.
That's what I freaking love.
You were still human.
That's what I freaking love about this movie, man. That's what I freaking love about.
Yeah, I gesticulate a lot when I talk.
Human.
That's what I freaking love about this movie, man. In most horror movies, you're watching characters who make dumb decisions that you know you could
Nathan,
avoid.
that'd be
These are all
awesome.
smart dudes acting as intelligently as they can, trying to solve a problem. They just occasionally make fatal mistakes. Take Fuchs, for instance. He's studying the hell out of Blair's journals and he's studying the hell out of Blair's journals and suggesting people eat out of cans to avoid infection. But when the lights go out, But when the lights go out and a figure passes by him in the hallway, he heads out. But when the lights go out and a figure passes by him in the hallway, he heads outside to see who it was. He finds some torn clothes of Max, but then he goes missing. Who it was. He finds some torn clothes of Max, but then he goes missing. He finds some torn clothes of Mac, but then he goes missing. So Mac and a he finds some torn clothes of Max, but then he goes missing. He finds some torn but then he goes missing. He finds some torn clothes of Max. He finds some torn clothes of Max, but then he goes missing. But then he goes missing. So Mac and a of Max, but then he goes missing. So Mac and a few others.
Yeah, Freddy vs. Jason, almost at 1 million. It'll probably take another couple of weeks to hit it, though. The age restrictions really fucking with its views.
He goes missing. So Mac and a few others head out to look for him. They stop by the tower to ask Blair if he others head out to look for him.
These 2 different shots.
So Mac and a few others head out to look for him. They stop by the tower to ask Blair if he's seen anything, and there's a darkly hilarious. So Mac and a few others head out to look for him. They stop by the tower to ask Blair if he's seen anything.
Oh, wait. I'll use this. So, let's do this. Cut that. Put that there.
So Mac and a few others head out to look for him. They stop.
Yeah, let's do this.
So Mac and a few others head out to look for him. They stop by the tower to ask Blair if he's seen
Thanks,
anything,
Doug.
and there's a darkly hilarious edit.
Blair, have you seen Fuchs?
I don't want to stay out here anymore. I want to come back inside.
God, that noose, that delivery.
That made me laugh
Come back
so hard when I
inside.
saw this.
God, that noose, that delivery. I love this shit. That noose, that delivery. I love this shit. Wilford Brimley's chill, please. I love this shit.
I don't want to stay out here anymore. I want to come back inside.
I don't want to stay out here anymore. I want to come back inside.
God, that noose, that delivery. I love this shit. Wilford
Night
Brimley's chill
Char.
pleading makes the scene even better.
Hey, wait a minute.
Even better.
Hey, wait a minute.
Pleading makes the scene even better.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute, man. I want to come back inside, don't you understand it? I'm all right. I'm much better.
After they leave Blair, they do end up finding Fuchs, or what's left of him. Fuchs, or they do end up finding. After they leave Blair, they do end up finding Fuchs, or they do end up finding Fuchs, or what's left of him anyway. Fuchs, or what's left of him anyway. There's a lot of Fuchs, or what's left of him anyway. There's a lot of theorizing on the internet as to what exactly. A lot of theorizing on. There's a lot of theorizing on the internet as to what exactly happened to him, but again, the filmmakers leave it ambiguous. The filmmakers leave it ambiguous. The guys offer a few ideas.
Maybe try.
The guys offer a few. Filmmakers leave it ambiguous. The guys offer a few ideas.
Maybe he tried to burn it. Maybe he burned himself before it could get to him.
But nothing is settled, and I like it that way. Settled, and I like it that way. Mac.
Yep. Please support me on Patreon. I'll be your best little creator that you ever saw. I'll make the best little videos for you. You won't be sorry if you're a patron. I'll make nice little blog posts for my patrons. And I'll be like, hey patrons, thanks. Thanks a lot for supporting me. So just throw me $1.
You can close the door if you don't want to hear my art.
And I like it that way. Mac and Knowles go.
My girlfriend's not supportive of me.
Like it that way.
No, I didn't buy that silicone mask. That thing was like $800, man. Need a lot more patrons before I can buy that mask. Tell you what.
That way. Mac and Knowles go to check out his shack.
Thanks,
since
Julian.
The lights are on, but when they take a while to come back, the others start boarding up the outside doors.
Oops.
The others start boarding up the outside doors. Knowles is but when they take a while to come back, the others take a while. Since the lights are on, but when they take a while to come back, the others start boarding up the outside doors. Knowles is eventually.
I've never seen the Hatchet movies. I'm very curious about them.
Outside doors. Knowles is eventually. The others start boarding up the outside doors. Knowles is eventually seen approaching from outside by Norris, who seems to be having some outside.
Yeah, I don't know what I'll do for that
Looking from
case,
outside by Norris,
Cade,
who
for
seems to be
movies that
having
don't
some
have a lot of
chest problems.
kills, like
Maybe
Hush.
take a breather before you wear your...
Because I'd love to make videos on them. I just have to figure out a format that'll work with them. Same thing for, like, you know, stuff like Insidious and Conjuring, stuff that don't have a lot of kills. So I got to figure it out.
problems there. Maybe take a breather.
Dr. Loomis, I'm going to fill you in on a little secret. I haven't been bored in years. I don't know what boredom is anymore. I've forgotten. Because boredom arises out of free time, which is something I lost possession of a while ago.
Maybe take a breather before you wear yourself out, dude. Knowles comes in...
I've thought about, yeah, like a scare count. That might be a thing.
Knowles comes inside and says he thinks Mac is a thing based on the torn clothing. Comes inside and says he thinks Mac is a thing based on the torn clothing. Based on the torn clothing he also found. People...
Oops.
Based on the torn clothing he also found. People get even more paranoid and keep... People get even more paranoid and keep more... People get even more paranoid and keep Mac locked out, causing even more... People get even more paranoid and keep Mac locked out, causing him to break into another room where he holds them all, causing him to break into another room, causing him
Nightmare on Elm Street or Saw. Nightmare on Elm Street. This guy does every horror series except Nightmare on Elm Street. What do you have against Nightmare on Elm Street? Why do you hate Freddy Krueger? Why do you piss on Wes Craven's grave?
keep Mac locked out, causing him to break into another room where he holds locked out, causing him causing him to break into another room where he holds them off with a flare.
And you can buy this image on a pin in just a couple of days. That's right. That's R.J. McCready bathed in purple and pink light as he holds a torch and a stick of dynamite. Purchase that pin. Coming soon.
Where he holds them off with a flare and a stick of dynamite. Norris and Knowles try to apprehend.
That's right. Good night, Emily Ann. Thank you for joining the Patreon family. I really appreciate it. That's right. That's right, John Bailey. Thank you very much for subscribing and being a new subscriber. Welcome to the channel and the family. That's right. That's right. Next time, Rose, Freddy Krueger does always say bitch. That's right.
Norris and Knowles try to apprehend him, but when he shoves them off, Norris
That's right.
Norris has a heart attack.
This is the worst channel ever. That's right.
Norris has a heart attack. This actually does kill him, despite their attempts to revive him. Heart attack. This actually does kill him, despite their attempts to revive him. Maybe I was wrong.
Emily Ann, thank you. That's right. That's right. Everyone asking when this video comes out, just look at the banner on my channel. It says kill counts come out every Friday. And that's right. That banner's right. Kill counts come out every Friday. That's right.
Man, 5 deaths in, and maybe I was wrong about this movie. Maybe The Thing isn't that gory or cool at all.
No, Titan. I've seen you doing your little shtick. Your little shtick. I saw you earlier being like, "This is super boring," said no one ever. And I'm like, Titan, you almost got me for a second. Titan D the legend. What are you the legend of? Sarcasm? Because you got me. You got me. That's right. Liz, you take care of you, dog.
This actually does kill him, despite their attempts to revive him. Maybe I was wrong about this movie, guys. Maybe The Thing isn't that... Man, maybe I was wrong about...
That's right.
Man, 5 deaths in, and 4 of them have been lame or off-screen? Maybe I...
Why do I sound like Obama?
This actually does...
Sometimes I can do pretty decent Obama. Sometimes I can't. I think tonight is one of the nights. Yeah, I'm bailing out there.
Kill him, despite their attempts to revive him. Man, 5 deaths in, and 4 of them have been lame or off-screen. And 4 of them... deaths in, and 4 of them have been lame or off-screen. Maybe I was wrong about this movie, guys. Maybe The Thing isn't that gory or cool at all. And
TJ Richardson says I should have many more subs. That's right, TJ. That's right.
maybe I was wrong about this movie, guys. Maybe The Thing isn't that gory or cool at all. And the dogs were just a one-time thing. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's just get back to it, I guess. Where were we? They were trying to revive Norris? Man, maybe I was wrong about this movie, guys. Maybe The Thing isn't that gory or cool, and the dogs were just like a one-time thing.
You know your channel is ass when you stream yourself editing a fucking video.
I'm sorry. I don't know what I was
Thanks,
thinking.
Titan D.
Let's just
What
get
up,
back
Cameron
to it, I
Durham?
guess, all right? Where were we? They were trying to revive Norris? Maybe I was wrong about this movie, guys. Maybe The Thing isn't that gory or cool at all, and the dogs were just a one-time thing. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's just get back to it, I guess. All right, where were we? They were trying to revive Norris?
Don't like that last one, so that leaves it between the two.
Maybe I was wrong about this movie, guys. Maybe The Thing isn't that gory or cool at all, and the
Thank
dogs
you,
were
Wade
just
and
a
Knight.
one-time thing.
Thank you very
I'm
much.
sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's just get back to it, I guess. Where were we? They were trying to revive Norris? Man, maybe I was wrong about this movie. Man, maybe I was wrong about this movie, guys. Maybe The Thing isn't that gory or cool, and the dogs were just...
Mind games, no, man, because I watch the entire series before I write the first script. Like, I don't just like watch one movie and write a script and shoot it. I watch all the movies in the franchise and then write the script so that I can comment. Well, actually, what I do is watch a movie, write a script, watch a movie, write a script, do that for all the movies in a franchise. Then I rewrite the scripts according to new insights and information that I've gleaned from watching the entire franchise so that I can properly compare the movie to its place in the franchise and to how the franchise evolves and, any superlatives, most kills, least kills, etc. So I like to comment on franchises as a whole, and that requires watching the entire series.
Man, maybe I was wrong about this movie, guys. Maybe The Thing isn't that gory or cool, and the dogs were just like a one-time thing. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's just get back to it, I guess, all right? Where were we? They were trying to revive Norris? Maybe I was wrong. Trying to revive Norris, right? So, yeah. Trying to revive Norris? Man, maybe I was wrong about this movie, guys. Maybe The Thing isn't that gory or cool, and the dogs
Thanks,
were just
3G
like a one-time
Productions.
thing. I'm
Thanks,
sorry.
Zachary
I
Waffenstein.
don't know what I was thinking. Let's just get back to it, I guess, all right? Where were we? They were trying to revive Norris? Trying to revive Norris, right? Let's just get back. Maybe I was wrong about this movie.
No, I
guys.
write the
Maybe
scripts
thing
entirely
isn't
by
that
myself.
gory or cool at all, and the dogs were just a one-time thing. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's just get back to it, I guess. Where were we? They were trying to revive Norris? They were trying to revive Norris? Revive Norris, right? So yeah, they get the defibrillator. They were trying to revive Norris?
What up, Christopher? What up, Joaquin? Thanks, NGG Tony.
Maybe I was wrong about this movie, guy.
Also, hate to break it to you guys, Drunk Disney will be late this month. It will not be on the first Saturday of the month because that's my anniversary, and I'm using that as an excuse to not work on that this month. We'll see. Sorry, guys. There's just not as much of a reward, you know. Ash, not well. Just trying to push it until I don't have to do all that.
Team are off screen? Maybe I was wrong about this movie, guys. Maybe the thing isn't that gory or cool at all, and the dogs were just a one-time thing. I'm sorry.
Thanks, Shark
I
Gamer.
don't know what I was thinking. Let's just get back to it, I guess. Where were we? They were trying to revive Norris? So yeah, they get the defibrillators, and oh my god, his Maybe I was wrong about this movie. Have been lame or off screen? Maybe I was wrong about this movie, guys. Maybe the thing isn't that gory or cool at all, and the dogs were just a one-time thing. I'm sorry. I don't know what I was thinking. Let's just get back to it, I guess. Where were we? They were trying to revive Norris? So yeah, they get the defibrillators, and oh my god, his chest just ate Copper's hands. What? Yeah, fuck hands. What? Yeah, fuck y'all for doubting me. Look at those bloody stumps. I love the way this movie distracts you with enough lol so that the big moment hit really hard. I love the way this movie distracts you with enough quiet moments. I love the way this movie distracts you with enough
Thanks, Wade. Night.
quiet moments so that the big ones like this hit really hard. I love the way this movie distracts you with enough quiet moments. With enough quiet moments so that the big ones like this hit really quiet moments so that the big ones like this hit quiet moments so that the big ones like this hit really hard. I love the way this movie distracts you with enough I love the way this movie distracts you with enough quiet moments so that I love the way this movie distracts you with enough quiet moments so that the big ones like this distracts you with enough quiet moments so that the big ones like this hit really hard. So that the big ones like this hit.
That's right. That's right. Oh. Cool, Wade.
Yeah, fuck y'all for doubting me. Look at those bloody stumps. I love the way this movie distracts you with enough quiet moments so that the big ones like this hit really hard. Norris gets super thingified.
No, that's a pretty accurate walkthrough, guy. I don't really have a favorite. Joaquin, I see your shit. I don't really have a favorite one that I've recorded. Recording's not my favorite part of
So
making
yeah, they
kill
get the
counts.
defibrillator. To revive Norris? So yeah, they get the defibrillator. Revive Norris? They were trying to revive Norris? So yeah, they get the
I love this. Your vid are cool and awesome. I like almost every vid of kill count. I like almost every vid of kill count. Which ones don't you like, man? Which ones did I just not kind of stick the landing for you? Hell yeah, I want to see a Manhattan map and Friday the... I basically want to see anything new in that game, so that it'll be like something new.
Maybe I was wrong about this movie guy. They were trying to revive Norris? So yeah, they get the defibrillators and oh my god, his chest just ate Copper's hands. What? Yeah, fuck y'all for doubting me. Look at those bloody stumps. I love the way this movie distracts you with enough quiet moments so that the big ones like this hit really hard. Norris gets super...
The Patreon rewards besides $5 is watching the videos early. $10 is a live stream hangout with me, I think. Pretty sure. And for every higher reward tier, you get the lower ones too. So, you know, like live stream plus the early releases. 20 is a shout out and a call to action of a kill count, and as well as hell yeah, Ash and Jordan, you got it. As well as a movie review that I pick. And then 50 is you vote on a movie for me to watch, and then I review it.
really hard.
See you, 3G.
Norris gets super thingified.
Jay, I don't know who that is, so I don't know if I saw her or not.
Really hard. Norris gets super thingified now, and this is an image you've probably seen before. His crazy-looking thing head sprouting out of his chest. Seen before. His crazy-looking thing head sprouting out of his chest. Mac torches out of his chest. Crazy-looking head sprouting out of his chest. His crazy-looking thing head.
I don't know how many horror movies I've watched. A lot.
Crazy-looking thing head sprouting out of his chest. Mac torches it, but not before Norris's original.
Oh, I've never seen the Halloween remake.
Norris's original head detaches itself from the body and falls to the from the body. Detaches itself from the body and falls to the Norris's original head detaches itself from the body and falls to the floor using its tongue as a little
Thanks, Wade Knight.
And falls to the floor using its tongue as a little grappling hook thing. Then its tongue as a little grappling hook thing. Then or using its floor using its tongue as a little grappling hook thing. Then he sprouts legs and tries to run away. Mac Mac ain't having it though, and he torches that head to ashes. Mac tries to Mac tries to enforce some order.
Thank you, Phenomenal. Isn't Tyler Ortega famous? Oh, he's famous around certain parts, the less savory parts of the country. In fact, you might say he is infamous.
Mac tries to enforce some order here and have some of the guys tie the order here and have some of the guys tie the others up. When
We're getting real close to that scene, boys and girls. Boys and girls.
some of the guys tie the others up. When Childs protests, Mac threatens to kill. When Childs protests, Mac threatens to kill him. And he's actually super serious. When Childs protests, Mac threatens to kill him. Mac threatens to kill him. To kill him. And he's actually super serious because when Clark
Have a good one, Sheshimo. Sheshmo.
super serious because when Clark takes a hidden scalpel and charges him, Mac shoots him in the head. I was gonna make a joke about having to find someone else to take care of the dogs, but then I remembered all the dogs. Charges him, Mac shoots him in the head. I was gonna charges him. Mac shoots him in the head.
Oops.
I was gonna make a joke about having to find someone charges him, Mac shoots him in the head. I was gonna make a joke about having to find someone else to take care of the dogs, but then I was gonna make a joke about having to find someone else to because when Clark super serious because when Clark takes a hidden scalpel and charges because when Clark takes a hidden scalpel and charges him, Mac shoots him in the head. I was gonna make a joke about having to find someone else to take care of the dogs, but then I remembered all the dogs are already dead, and I got sad. Mac has the
See you, Rodrigo. Thank you. You're not you and you're hungry.
sad. Mac has the dead bodies tied up as well as the dead bodies tied up as well as the living people, and
Thanks, Sage. See ya.
as well as the living people, and explains his plan.
Oh boy, there's still lots of work to do here.
So he's going to test everyone's. You notice that the thing is defensive down to the particle. So he's going to test everyone's. You notice that the thing is
No,
defensive down to
Charmaine.
the particle. So he's going to test everyone's blood with a hot wire to see if their blood reacts. Blood with a hot wire to see if their blood. So he's going to test everyone's blood with a hot needle to see if their blood reacts. Notice that the thing is defensive down to the particle. So he's going to test everyone's blood with a hot wire to see if their blood reacts.
Oh yeah, I've seen Scary Movie a whole
With a hot
bunch.
wire to see if their blood. He noticed that the thing is defensive
Whew.
as well as the living people, and explains his plan. He noticed. I got sad. Mac has the dead bodies tied up as well as the living people, and explains his plan. He noticed that the thing is defensive down to the particle. So he
Because I have stuffed dogs in the background because they're like the puppies. That the thing is the puppies, the puppy things. It's like the puppy dog things, the thing pups.
He noticed that the thing is defensive down to the particle. So he's going to test everyone's blood with a hot. Is defensive down to the particle. So he's going to test everyone's blood with a hot. So he's going to test everyone's blood with.
Get out of here, Jordan.
So he's going to test everyone's blood with a hot wire to see if their blood reacts. This is with a hot wire
Now, I ain't sick yet.
So he's going to test everyone's blood with a hot wire to see if their blood reacts. This is their blood reacts. Hot wire. So he's going to test everyone's blood with a hot wire to see.
I don't know why everyone wants me to do scary movie, because it's like, it's already a comedy, so how am I going to make jokes about it? It makes jokes about itself. Hey, Meowdolin.
To see if their blood reacts. This is to see if their blood reacts. This is to see if their blood reacts. This is probably the best sequence in this entire movie, as Max slowly but methodically has everyone cut open their thumbs so he can test their blood. Windows is their blood.
Thank you, the Beast 99. I'd rather not spend the rest of this summer tied to this fucking couch.
in this entire movie, as Max slowly but to see if their blood reacts. This is probably the best sequence in the probably the best sequence in this entire movie, as Max slowly but methodically has
Yeah, Meowdolin, that's probably right.
Slowly but methodically has everyone cut open their thumbs so with their thumbs he has everyone cut open their thumbs so he can test their blood. Windows is shown everyone cut open their thumbs so he can test their blood. Windows is shown Windows is their blood. Windows is shown to be okay, as is cop.
Marlon, not even 25 cents a day. We're talking 25 cents a week. That's it.
Copper and Mac himself. Next, and Mac himself. Next, Mac himself. Copper and Mac himself. Next, Copper is Copper and Mac to be okay, as is Copper and Mac himself. Next, Windows is shown to be okay, as is test their blood. Windows is shown to be okay, as is shown to be Windows is shown to be okay, as is Copper.
Yes, Moon Man. I do. I do.
Windows is shown to be okay, as is Copper and Mac himself. Next, Windows is shown to be okay. Test their blood. Windows is shown to be okay, as is Copper and Mac himself. Next up is Copper and
I'm not happy
Windows
with
is
maybe this.
Windows is shown to be okay, as is Copper and Mac himself. Next, as is Copper and Mac. As is Copper and Mac.
You can do whatever amount you want and can afford.
And Mac himself. Next up, he has everyone cut open their thumbs so he can test their blood. Windows is shown to be okay, as is Copper and Mac himself. Next up in the test is Clark, who's also a human.
Which makes you a murderer.
Am I the thing? I don't know.
Next up in the test is Clark, who's also a human. The test is Clark, who's also
Oops.
Who's also a human.
Which makes you a...
Who's also a human.
Which makes you a...
As is Copper and Mac himself. Next up in the test is Clark, who's also a human.
Which makes you a murderer, don't it?
Yeah, or just the... Is Clark, who's Clark, who's also a human.
Which makes you a murderer, don't it?
Yeah, or just the fastest draw in the South, Childs. After Clark... Yeah, or just the fastest draw in the South, Childs. After Clark's blood...
Don't it?
Yeah, or just the fastest draw in the South, Childs. After Clark's blood test is Palmer's.
James, get off your chair and get a hot coffee, but then I can't sleep. But then I won't be able to sleep. I've never seen the thing. Would you recommend it? I want every single fucking person in this chat room to watch the thing. I want every single person who is hearing this message to go watch John Carpenter's The Thing, released in 1984. It is my favorite horror movie, and you should watch it. Because, Ash, just watch it with a friend. Just watch it with your friends. Y'all can be scared together. Hell yeah, people who watched it. Hell yeah, man. If you're going to watch it soon, maybe don't watch this editing thing so you don't get spoiled. Especially this scene that I'm editing right now, because it's the single fucking best scene in the whole fucking movie, and it's so fucking good.
Yeah, or just the fastest draw in the South, Childs. After Clark's blood test is Palmer's. And his blood reacts violently to the hot wire. Palmer is a very reacts violently to the hot wire. Violently to the hot wire. Test the South, Childs. After Clark's blood test, it's Palmer's. Or just the fastest draw in the South, Childs. After Clark's blood test is Palmer's, and his blood reacts violently to the hot wire. Palmer is a verified thing, so I'll put him on the count now. Palmer is a verified thing, so I'll put him on the count now and thing. So I'll put him on the thing. So I'll put him on the count now and verified thing. So I'll put him on the Palmer is a verified thing, so I'll put him on the count now and reveal that thing. Palmer is a verified thing, so I'll put him on the count now and reveal that I and many others suspect that he was the silhouetted man. Right now, reacts violently to the hot wire. Palmer is a verified thing, so I'll put him on the count now and
Oh, okay. I think I used
violently
this.
violently to the hot wire. Palmer
I'm confused. Oops. Hi, Gatorex.
to the hot wire. Palmer is a verified thing, so I'll put him on the count now and reveal that I and many others suspect that he was the silhouetted man. Right now, blood reacts violently to the hot wire. Palmer is a verified thing, so I'll put him on the count now and reveal that I and many others suspect that he was the silhouetted man. Right now, he's not a silhouette at all, though. He's just fucking gross. His head blisters and bubbles and blisters and His head blisters and bubbles and breaks into pieces before he busts out of his body. Busts out of his bondage and flies to the ceiling. With his bondage, flies to the ceiling. Windows.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Which makes you a murderer, don't it?
Yeah, or just the fastest draw in the South, child.
I'm
After
sorry, I'll
Clark's
try not
blood
to breathe
test
on the
is
mic, I'm
Palmer's,
sorry.
and his blood
I'm
reacts
bad at that.
violently to the hot wire. Palmer is a verified thing, so I'll put him on the count now and reveal that I and many others suspect that he was the silhouetted man. Right now, he's not a silhouetted. I'll put him on the so I'll put him on the count now and reveal that I and many others suspect that he was the silhouetted man. Right now, he's not a silhouetted.
Shit.
And many others suspect that he was the silhouetted man. Right now, man. Reveal that I and many others suspect that he was the silhouetted man. Right now, he's not a silhouette at all, though. He's just fucking gross. Right now, he's not a silhouette at all, though. He's just.
Bye, Mr. Steak Man. I don't have much of a studio tour to give.
Right now, he's not a silhouette at all, though. He's just fucking gross. Right now, he's not a silhouette at all, though. He's just fucking gross. His head blisters. His head blisters and bubbles and breaks into pieces before he busts out of his bondage and flies to the ceiling. Windows is slow on the draw with his flamethrower, so Palmer Thing splits his head open and takes a big old bite out of him, chomping on his head and swinging him around for a long time before tossing him aside unceremoniously for the 9th kill of the film. For the 9th kill of the film. Mac lights.
Thanks, Miles. I like hearing you breathe. Just keep breathing. It lets me know that you're alive.
Mac lights Palmer Thing ablaze, but he's still. Mac lights Palmer Thing ablaze. Mac lights Palmer Thing ablaze, but he still manages to stumble outside where he falls to the. He still manages to stumble outside where he falls to the ground. Mac stumble outside where he falls to the ground. Where he falls to the ground. Mac side where he falls to the ground. Mac
Oh boy, I'm a sleepy little boy. I'm a sleepy little boy right now.
where he falls to the ground.
I got the sleepies in my eyes.
Where he falls to the ground. Mac finishes him off with a grenade that blows him all the. Mac finishes him off with a grenade that blows him all to pieces. Nice. That blows him all to pieces. Nice. Back in. manages to stumble outside where he falls to the ground. Mac finishes him off with a grenade that blows him all to pieces. Now finishes him off with...
Hey, Sahiba, you want to shout out? What's up, Sahiba? Sahibs, as I call you. You know, when we're just hanging out doing shout outs, I'm all like, hey, Sahibs, and you're like, hey, Jams. And I'm like, hey, Sahibs, give me a shout out. And you're like, Jams. And I'm like, Sahibs.
Mac finishes him off with a grenade that blows him all to pieces. Nice. Back inside, Windows is starting...
Blah, 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 blah.
Back inside, Windows is starting to... Back inside, Windows is starting to assimilate into another thing, but... But Mac shuts that shit into another thing, but Mac shuts that into another thing. Into another thing, but Mac shuts that shit down with his flamethrower. And yes, the Windows Mac naming thing is actually just a giant coincidence. We're even founded yet. Crazy, huh? Since this is 1982 and neither of those companies were even founded yet. Crazy, huh?
Why is that like that?
We're even founded yet. Crazy, huh?
I'm so sleepy. I'm a sleepy little boy. I'm so sleepy.
Crazy.
Are you sleepy? 'Cause I'm a sleepy little boy. Yeah, I'm a sleepy little boy. Got a sleepy little boy. Ah, yeah, sleepy little boy. A sleepy, sleepy little boy. That's my metal singing, but I can only do it at that volume. Just the quietest death metal singer of all time.
Back inside, Windows is starting to assimilate into another thing, but Mac shuts that shit down with his flamethrower. And yes, the Windows Mac naming thing is actually just a giant coincidence, since this is 1982 and neither of those companies were even founded yet. Crazy. This is 1982. Just a giant coincidence, since this is 1982 and neither of those companies were even founded yet. Crazy.
I was really into energy drinks in college, but no, I just drink coffee.
Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? After
Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh? Crazy, huh?
Crazy, huh? After all that, and neither of those companies were even founded yet. Crazy, huh? After all that commotion, Mac is actually just a giant coincidence.
This is my favorite horror MOBA game.
Neither of those companies were even founded yet. Crazy, huh? After all that commotion, Mac gets back.
Just start the commotion. Get up, start the commotion. What's that song? Yo, meowdling, go to sleep. Good night.
After all that commotion, Mac gets back to the tests. Nulls is safe, so we cut to him with the flame. Back to the tests. Nulls is back to the tests. Nulls is safe, so we cut to him with the flame tests. Nulls is safe, so we cut to him with the flamethrower, which is pretty funny. Then Childs is shown to be safe, and then Childs is shown to
Oh, thank you, Miles Hutton. I'm honored to be listed alongside Jack.
Then Childs is shown to be safe and yells to be let go. Then Childs is shown to be safe and yells be let go. Funny. Then Childs is shown to be safe and yells to be let go. Pretty funny. Then Childs is shown to be safe and yells. Childs is
Thanks, Luis Ortega.
Then Childs is shown to be safe and yells to be let go.
Cut me the hell! Come on, get me out of here! Come on, get me out of here! Cut me loose, damn it!
And that edit is super funny too. Finally, Gary is shown to be on the up and up, and he ends the scene with the funniest moment of all.
I know you.
That edit is super funny too. Finally, Gary is shown to be on the up and up, and he ends the scene with the up and up.
Yep, here comes the line. Like fucking Gary.
Gary is shown to be on the up and up, and he ends the scene with the funniest moment of all.
I know you gentlemen have been through a lot, and when you find the time, I'd rather not spend the rest of this winter tied to this fucking couch!
Guys, this movie is the best.
Tied to this fucking couch. Also, hello, look a fact. Guys, I really hope that when I'm at like 99,000, etc., that like I'm not at work, that I'm at home, because I would love to do a live stream countdown to when I hit 100,000 on this channel of mine. A little 100K. A little 100K. Yo. A little 100K. Hey, Ismo Anwar. You might be interested in a fact. You might be interested in a fact, little buddy. You should read that fact. Thank you, Corey Gannon. I really like hearing about people who are not too familiar with the horror genre, but enjoy my work nonetheless. That's enjoyable to hear.
Time, I'd rather not spend the rest of this winter tied to this fucking couch!
Guys, this movie is the best. 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 Guys, this movie is the best.
I think I like number 2.
Guys, this movie is the best. Guys, this movie is the best. Guys, this movie is the best.
Although 4's not bad.
Guys, this movie is the best. Guys, this movie is the best. Guys, this movie is the best. Childs is left to guard. Guys, this movie is the best. Childs is left to. Guys, this movie is the best.
I'd rather not spend the.
Guys, this movie is the best. Guys, this movie is the best.
Guys, can you tell if I like this movie?
To this fucking couch!
Guys, this movie is the best. Childs is left to.
Oh, I'm getting so close to that ending.
Movie is the best. Childs is left to guard the base while the others go to check on Blair. When Childs is left to guard the base while. Childs is left to guard the base while the others go to check on Blair. When they enter.
Yes, Sahibs, it is the best. So, yeah, there's a little clue for you. It fucking is the best. Guys, this movie is the fucking best. This movie is the fucking best. It's the motherfucking best. It's the motherfucking best. It's the best.
Blair. When they enter the tower, they find him gone and
Hell yeah, Trouble Gum, go watch that thing.
When they enter the tower, they find him gone and discover a tunnel beneath the floorboards leading to a little workshop area where floorboards leading to a little workshop area where Blair's been working on a freaking spaceship. Yeah, not entirely.
So he was fucking dying. Nice. Nice. Quiet death metal. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
Spaceship. Yeah, not entirely sure how long he's been a thing, but this confirms it, so let's slap him up there on the old kill count for number 10. While the guys get to work number 10. While the guys get to work on some dynamite, Knowles notices dynamite.
No problem, Miles. Glad to be of service.
While the guys get to work on some dynamite, Knowles notices Childs running outside the base, and then the lights go outside the base. Outside the base, and then the lights go out. Looks like the generator is blown. Knowles notices Childs running outside.
This movie is the thing, and it's movie one of my favorite things. Who's talked about Jake Paul? Who brought up Jake Paul? Because can we not? Yo, where can you get my quiet death metal album? What hits would you love to see covered on my quiet death metal album? Because there could be like, fuck, I don't really know. Just metal songs. I definitely don't know death metal songs. What's a Slipknot song?
Knowles notices Childs running outside the base, and then the lights go out. Looks like the base, and then outside the base, and then the lights go out. Looks like the generator is blown, and they'll be frozen without power.
Ooh,
Childs running outside the base, and then the lights go out. Looks like the generator is blown, and they'll be frozen without power in a matter of hours. A perfectly fine situation for the Thing.
Wants to freeze.
A perfectly fine situation for the Thing.
Wants to freeze now.
Mac, Gary, and Knowles commit themselves to fate.
Who's talking about how much they love Jake Paul?
Mac, Gary, and Knowles commit themselves to fate.
Yeah, you know what? I don't want to fuck with the Jake Paul army, because Lord knows they're the best. They don't quit. I don't want to fuck with the Jake Paulers, alright? I don't want to get hauled off into a swimming pool and burnt with some furniture. Alright? Don't get me mixed up with the Jake Paulers, please. I'm an innocent man. Oh, get up, get coming down with the sickness. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You mother, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Open up your head and let it flow into me. Get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You mother, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. You mother, get up, come on, get down with the sickness. Madness is the gift that has been given to me.
A perfectly fine situation for the Thing.
Wants to freeze now. He's got no way out of here. He's got no way out of here. Just wants to go to sleep in the cold until the rescue team finds it.
Mac, Gary, and Knowles commit themselves to fate.
We're not getting out.
Mac, Gary, and Knowles commit themselves to
It's all about the low gang. Oh boy.
Mac, Gary, and Knowles commit themselves to fate.
We're not getting out of here alive. But neither's that thing.
Themselves to fate.
We're not getting out of here alive. But neither's that thing.
All that beard and
We're not getting out of here alive. But neither's that thing.
all that beard and all that nobility? Forget Commander. This man is the crown prince of my heart. They go on an all-out rampage using dynamite to blow up the spaceship. They go on an all-out rampage using dynamite. They go on an all-out rampage. They go on an all-out rampage using dynamite to blow up the.
I've not seen the movie Constantine. I actually met Logan Paul in real life a few years ago on one of my many odd jobs as a background actor. They needed like people to come to a thing and pretend to be his fans, so I was there and I was like, "Hey, oh my God, I love Logan Paul." I had no fucking idea who he was, but I did get a video of him. I was like, "Hey, Logan Paul, can you say subscribe to Practical Folks?" And then I got a video of him being like, "Hey, subscribe to Practical Folks." And then I realized, wait, this is just going to post to my social media and it's not going to matter at all. He was plenty fine in person. He was a nice guy in person, but I don't know.
They go on an all-out rampage using dynamite to blow up the spaceship and the tractor to spaceship and the tractor to knock down the tower.
Yeah, so somewhere, I don't know if it's easily findable, but there's a video of Logan Paul being like, subscribe to Practical Folks.
Tower walls. They start lighting fire.
Hey, Crimson Chin, what up, man? Yeah, I was in a music video. It's for a dope-ass fucking song, too. All right, Kevin Thomas, you need to calm down, bro. Oh. Man, 8 million subscribers. Can you even imagine? Can you fucking imagine? It'll either be on Twitter or Instagram, Liz. I'm scrolling through my I'm scrolling through the Practical Folks Instagram right now to see if I can find it, because that's probably easier. Oh wow. Yeah, it's real easy to get to the beginning of the Practical Folks Instagram. When would that have been? It's not on the Instagram. It could also be on my Twitter and or Instagram. I don't know, man. Oh, this is a short stream, Gamer Bros.
Fires and blowing up damn near every. They start lighting fires and blowing up. They start lighting fires and blowing up damn near everything. Lighting fires and.
I don't think I'll ever get to 8 million, but thank you.
They start lighting fires and blowing up damn near everything, literally going room by room.
What? Logan Paul is not a middle-aged man. He's probably younger than me. He's almost definitely younger than me. Let's see. Or unless you're talking... Oh, you're talking about me. Oh, okay, you're talking about me. Got it. Yeah, because Logan Paul's definitely 22. I'm a middle-aged man doing YouTube.
They start lighting fires and blowing up damn near everything, literally going room by room with literally going
Social Blade predicts that 2 years to this date, I'll have 1 million subscribers.
literally going room by room with Molotov cocktails. They go to set charges to bring down the
I'm not mid-20s. I'm definitely late 20s. It's getting later all the time.
They go to set charges to bring down the place once and for all, but Blair Thing finally shows himself and attacks Gary, grabbing him by the face and digging his but Blair Thing finally shows himself and attacks Gary.
I like to think it wouldn't go to my head, Levi. I hope not, man. I hope I wouldn't be a dick.
But Blair Thing finally shows himself and attacks Gary, grabbing. But Blair Thing finally shows himself and attacks Gary, grabbing him by the face and digging his fingers deep into his flesh to assimilate him. Not digging his face and digging his fingers deep into his flesh. Deep into his flesh to assimilate him. Not sure if Gary dies officially from assimilation, or asphyxiation, but he dead. He dead, guys, for really dead.
Hopefully, Cade. Sahibs, is it true? Are you a Jake Pauler? I don't know who Andy Mantis is, Sahibs. I'm sorry. Power Hour, drunk, Star Wars, Disney, box, do 'em all. I don't know if Dead Meat Pins would be available for UK Ismo. That's a good question. I'll have to consult Sarah because she's kind of my Sherpa as far as that business goes.
Or asphyxiation, but he dead. He dead, guys, for really dead. Not sure if Gary dies officially from assimilation or asphyxiation, but he dead. He dead, guys, for really dead. He dead. But he dead. He dead, guys, for really dead. Then Knowles gets distracted. Not sure if Gary dies officially from assimilation or asphyxiation, but he dead. He dead, guys, for really dead. Then Knowles gets distracted. He dead, guys, for really dead. Then Knowles gets distracted by. He dead, guys, for really dead. Then Knowles gets distracted by the silence and wanders away from Mac. Since this is the last time we see him, and
Oh man, this hasn't been covered at all. This
wanders away from
sucks.
Mac. Since this is the last time we see him and we hear a commotion from that direction, the general consensus is that Knowles is killed off screen by the Thing right here. So I guess, yeah, in all actuality, there are a bunch of off screen. The Thing right here. Screen by the Thing right here. So I guess, yeah, in all
What is Dylan Gamer going on about there?
screen by the Thing right here. So I guess, yeah, in all actuality, there are a bunch of off-screen deaths, but with all the crazy gore, I don't think it detracts from the movie one bit. Mac
Delete her? How'd you delete
one bit.
Sahibs?
Mac finds himself
From
on
what?
one bit. Mac finds himself on
See a template?
movie one bit. Mac finds himself on
No, Ash. Yeah, he's very problematic.
Mac finds
Much more problematic than Justin Bieber. Although,
from the movie one bit. Mac finds himself all alone when an one bit. Mac finds himself all alone when an underground thing attacks him, bursting from attacks him.
I can't do any TV shows until this is my job. So I definitely can't do the Scream. I want to, though. I really want to do that. I want to do Walking Dead. I want to do American Horror Story.
Thing attacks him, bursting from the floors and grabbing the detonator away from him. This thing is
The one TV show I might be able to do while I have this job is The Exorcist, because it comes back in September, but they want me to do a video for The Exorcist at work because it's a Fox show that involves is it Liz? Like what, Liz? That involves watching the whole show. So, like, I'm just going to also subclip all the kills and be like, oh, easy, done. So, that'll be nice.
away from him. This thing is a huge, nasty
What up,
beast.
Jonathan?
It's got all sorts of things coming out of all sorts of orifices. I love it so much. Mac's not a big fan, though. So much. So much. Mac's not a big fan, though. And with that stick of... Mac's not a big fan, though.
What are y'all looking at there?
Mac's not a big fan, though. And with that stick of dynamite, Mac's not a big fan, though. And with that stick of dynamite, the whole friggin' place blows up in a series of huge, awesome fireballs. Look at that fireball. Bow to... That thing is so cool. It is your god. Look at that fireball.
What up, 1T Gaming? What up, Zelda for the win, oh fall?
Look at that fireball. Bow to that fireball. Bow to that fireball. It is your god now.
When will I do this again? I don't know, Miles.
It is your god now. Mac wanders.
I do not know.
It is your god.
I'll do the Saw
Mac
franchise,
wanders away
don't
from-
worry.
It is your god now. Mac wanders away from the flaming wreckage where Childs confronts him. Childs says,
No, it definitely won't be the longest one yet. I think Scream... Oh, hey, Beth. I love how much you and everyone here. That's right. Everyone here. It's not just me, Beth. It's not just me doing it. Beth, sometimes I worry that you think that I want to leave my job too much.
Childs says he saw Blair, went after him, and got lost, but who can know? There have been countless theories about this ending, with many suspecting Childs is the thing, since there's not a lot of fog coming out of his mouth as he speaks, especially compared to Mac, who looks like a friggin' smokestack. But again, the filmmakers left it intentionally ambiguous, so the movie ends with the two survivors, unsure of their fates as the station burns down around them. Especially compared to Mac, who... But again, the film... Since there's not a lot... With many suspecting Childs is the thing, since there's not a lot of fog coming out of his mouth as he speaks. Especially compared to Mac, who looks like a friggin' smokestack. But again, the filmmakers left... But again... So the movie ends with the two...
James has been sharing terrible pictures of himself since at least 2012. It's a very terrible... Fuck you, Liz. Get out of there, then. Get out of there.
So the movie ends with the two survivors, unsure of their fates as the station burns down around them. So the movie ends with the two survivors, unsure of their fates as the station burns down around them. I actually do agree.
I hate choosing between tags.
Especially compared to Mac, who looks like a friggin' smokestack. But again, the film... Since there's not a lot of fog coming out of his mouth as he speaks. Especially...
Yeah, Liz, that is bullying. You want me to call your mom and tell her that you're a cyberbully? That all the things on the news that she sees about cyberbullying, that's what her daughter does? That her daughter is a perpetrator of cyberbullying? That Melania Trump would not be very pleased with her because of her cyberbullying? You want me to do that, Liz? You want me to call your mom and tell her that? Because I will. I'll wake her up.
Since there's not a lot of fog coming out of his mouth as he speaks. Especially compared to Mac, who looks like a friggin' smokestack. Especially compared to Mac, who looks like a friggin' smokestack. But again, the filmmakers left it intentionally ambiguous. But again, the filmmakers left it intentionally ambiguous.
James, will we ever do non-horror movies during special events? I'll probably do some kind of April Fool's thing. I don't know what yet, but I think there are enough horror films that are centered around holidays to take care of it for a while. Like next 4th of July, I'll do a kill count for Uncle Sam. Maybe, I really hope this is my job by, Mike, go beat Liz up. She's cyberbullying me. I really hope this is my job by time St. Patrick's Day rolls around, and then I could kick off the Leprechaun series.
So the movie ends with the two survivors unsure of their fates as the station burns down around them. So the movie ends with the two survivors unsure of their fates as the station burns down around them.
Oh, that one's the better one there. That's nice.
Again, the filmmakers left it intentionally ambiguous. So the movie ends with...
Yeah, you don't want Mike to beat you up. He's a big old manly man.
But again, the filmmakers...
Especially if he's fucking test first show with Instagram is James's first Instagram caption. That's fun. Is it like a Game Boy or something? Yeah, you should see Mike when he's bachelorette drunk.
But again, the filmmakers left it intentionally ambiguous. So the movie ends with the two survivors unsure of their fates as the station burns down around them. I actually do...
Mike's the muscle of the group. He coming. Saigon coming.
Around. Burns down around them. I actually do agree that Child's... I actually do...
It's a coffee mug, James. It has 5 likes. I don't watch anime. Sorry, Cade. Beth does, though. Yo, if anyone didn't know, Beth B. Rad, who is currently in the chat, she has that adorable little avatar with a little ponytail, and she looks like she just had a really bright idea about something. She's also a mod. She's the one who designed this. That little logo boy, and also the part where it's like the numbers and the kills. She did those for me. That thing, she did that. So she's fucking amazing. She's a very talented individual on so many fronts, not just motion graphics like those examples, but also as a host, as a gamer, as an artist. So please check out her channel, Beth B. Rad. She's into more of the shit that you like than I am. Guaranteed. No matter who you are or what you're into, Beth is more into it than me, and is into more of those things than me, because she just seems to know about everything, whether it's anime or gaming or just internet culture. She is a downright youth. That's right. She's basically a youth, whereas I'm an old man.
But Blair Thing finally shows himself and attacks Gary, grabbing him by the face and digging his finger.
But also, yeah, so she has a YouTube channel, so go check that out, subscribe, and also Fresh Plays, who is here, and who is the cyberbully, please. He's the muscle of the group. Saigon coming. And Fresh Plays is Beth and her wonderful, amazing boyfriend, Mike, who is one of my favorite people in this world. Don't tell anyone, except you can tell anyone you want, because I want the world to know how much I love Michael Saigon. It's them and another very wonderful, funny man named Jeff, and they do gaming Let's Plays, so
Attacks Gary, grabbing him by...
check out their channel, Fresh Plays. It's great stuff. They put... So you know how a lot of you, especially like new fans, are all like... oh yeah, of course you're gonna get the recognition you're getting right now. You work so hard on videos and your channel. But I try to always point out that that doesn't necessarily mean that you're gonna get recognized, because so many channels do that. They work just as hard as me and they don't get recognized as much. And Fresh Plays is exactly one of those channels. It is the epitome of that channel, in that those people work so hard on that channel and they make such good products, and they should be much bigger than they currently are. So please check out Fresh Plays. In fact, let me get a link just to make things super fucking easy for you. All you gotta do is fucking click a link and then click a subscribe button. That's all you gotta fucking do, and you will help right an injustice in this world if you go subscribe to Fresh Plays. So please do that. They release so fucking frequently with such high quality content, and they're amazing, funny, wonderful, lovely people. So please subscribe to them. Oh, Mike has a channel that I wasn't subscribed to? What's on your channel, dude? Oh, it's shit from years ago. Okay, I'm gonna watch these later, dude. You should probably you should probably go double check that you want all these public. Oh man, yeah, I'm definitely gonna go watch these later, dude. Bottoms.
Look at that fireball. Bow to that fireball. It is your god now. Mac wanders away from the flaming wreckage where Childs confronts him. Childs says he saw confronts him.
Oh, is it Stranger Cat, Liz? Stranger Cat helped prime me for getting a cat.
Childs confronts him. Childs says he saw Blair, went after him, and got lost, but who can know? There have been countless theories about this ending, with many suspecting Childs is the thing, since there's not a lot of fog coming out of his mouth as he speaks, especially compared to Mac, who looks like a friggin' smokestack. But again, the filmmakers left it intentionally ambiguous, so the movie ends with the two survivors, unsure of their fates, as
Oh yeah, we could collab and do a little fresh meat action.
ambiguous. So the movie ends with the two survivors, unsure of their fates as the station burns down around them. I actually do agree that Childs is a thing, but in the spirit of ambiguity, I'm going to leave him off the kill count. So let's take what we know for sure.
Oh, gotta pick one of these 3 takes of the finale. I think the last one
I actually
probably.
do agree that Childs is a thing, but in the spirit of ambiguity, I'm going to leave him off the kill count. So let's take what we know for sure and get to the numbers. It wasn't weird because I'm a thing! I actually do agree that Childs is a thing, but in the spirit of ambiguity, I'm going to leave him off the kill count. So let's take what we know for sure and get to the numbers. It was a normal walk because I'm a thing! I actually do agree that Childs is a thing, but in the spirit of ambiguity, I'm going to leave him off the kill count. So let's take what we know for sure and go to the numbers. It was a normal walk because I'm a thing!
Yep, definitely that last one.
Burns down around them. I actually do agree that Childs is a thing, but in the spirit of ambiguity, I'm going to leave him off the kill count. So let's take what we know for sure.
Oh no, did my chat fuck up?
It was a normal
Is it
walk,
is
'cause
it
I'm a
that time?
thing.
Because the last message I see is the black cat I saw. So I'm guessing that my chat is behind and fucked up, and I need to. Oh man, I hate it when it does that. Let me see. Dude, your pecs are big. They were big. Oh wait. Now it's catching up though? What movie is this? Are you going to do Halloween? Well, saying are you going to do Halloween doesn't really anchor you in any point in time. That's kind of a constant message, isn't it? Dat face down? Yeah, Beth, for some reason after a while in live stream my like chat just falls behind and lags. But if I go to it on my phone, it's like it just has to do with I think I need better internet. But I thought I was paying for good internet, but like I need bandwidth. I need fucking bandwidth, man. Jack Brown, there's a lot of points to doing this. What's the point of disliking this live stream? I see. Never mind. I do have an Instagram. I have a personal one and a dead meat one. Bell bottoms. I know, Beth. I know.
I actually do agree that Childs is a thing, but in the spirit of ambiguity, I'm going to leave him off
Hi,
the kill
Lupita.
count. So let's take what we know for sure and go to the numbers. It was a normal walk because I'm a thing. 12 humans for sure died in
If you're gonna check out my Instagram, make sure that you fucking follow me, you know. Don't just go there and make fun of me. Don't just go there and cyberbully me like fucking Liz does.
He dead, guys, for really dead. Then Knowles gets distracted by the
Okay. Might as well. I just gotta fucking cover this shit.
Then Knowles gets but he dead. He dead, guys, for really dead. Then Knowles gets distracted by the
Where that movie though? what if Jason's name was Jason? Like it was spelled the same, but he insisted that you pronounce it Jason, and that's actually why he goes around and kills everybody because he hears them call him Jason, and he's really sensitive about the pronunciation of his name, and he does talk. We don't hear it, but he actually tells everyone right before he kills them. He whispers in their ear. He goes, "My name's Jason Voorhees." Like Voorhees is right. You guys were saying that one right, but it's Jason, and that's why I'm killing you. That's my new theory. That's also what he sounds like. And that's why I don't talk, cuz I don't like the way I sound. I feel like it doesn't match my stature, but also my name is Jason. Please quit calling me Jason. Yeah, in Jason X I became Uber Jason. Oh wait, no, I shouldn't have to cover it from the movie. It should be covered from the test. Yes.
Then Knowles gets distracted by the silence. Then Knowles gets distracted by the silence and by the thing right here. So I guess in all actuality there are.
I wish there was a better way to do this.
Tracks from the movie one bit. Mac finds himself all alone when an underground thing attacks him, bursting from the floor and grabbing from the floors and grabbing the detonator away from him. This thing is a huge nasty beast, and he's got
Excuse me while I make random noises.
all sorts of things. Huge nasty beast, and he's got all sorts of things coming out of all sorts of orifices. I love it so much. Mac's not a big fan though, and with that,
Fuck you too!
And with that stick of dynamite, the whole dynamite.
Am I excited for the Emoji Movie? No.
The whole friggin' place blows up in a series of huge, awesome fireballs. The whole friggin' place blows up in a series of huge, awesome fireballs. Look at that fireball. Bow to that fireball. It is your god now. Mac wanders away from the fireball. It is your god now.
Thanks, good boy. You're cool too, as long as you stay a good boy. Don't be a bad boy.
Mac wanders away from the flaming wreckage where Childs confronts him. Childs says,
You the only one who... Where were you, Charles?
Childs says he saw
Where were you, Childs?
a loss, but hey, who can know? There have but who can know? There have been countless theories about this ending, with many suspecting Childs is the thing, since there's not a lot of fog coming out of his mouth as he speaks, especially compared to Mac, who looks like a friggin' as he speaks, especially compared to Mac, who looks like compared to Mac, who looks like a friggin' smokestack. But again, the filmmakers left it intentionally. So the movie ends with the two survivors, unsure of their fates as the state.
Anti-reflective coating on his glasses. What? I'm not fancy like that. These glasses are scratched to shit, too. I really need new ones, actually.
So the movie ends with the two survivors, unsure of their fates as the station burns down around them. I actually do agree that Childs is a thing, but in the spirit of ambiguity, I'm going to leave him off the kill count. So let's take what we know for sure and go with the numbers.
Cool. So now it's covered.
It was a normal walk because I'm a thing. 12 humans for sure died in the thing, and since there's not a single woman in the whole movie, this gives us our first kill count with the victim.
Oh, this has got that little thing going on. Not like a thing, but it's got the little chirp going on in the sound recorder clip. Oh man, I might get this to a point where I can just do audio tomorrow. The worst fucking thing. Why does this look different?
12 humans for sure died in the...
Is the stream fucked up, guys? Because someone thinks it is, maybe, and I know that my internet's all not great, so let me know if the stream's fucked up. Is that too short for a noise print? Oh no, it should be fine.
12 humans for sure died in the thing, and since
Oh,
there's
but
not a
it's still
single woman
there.
in the whole movie, this gives us our first kill count with the victims 100% one gender.
Fuck. Okay, here's what we're gonna have to do. Let's... Okay, cool. Good.
12 humans.
Wait, noise print undefined. Fuck. I'm fucking defining it. Defining it. Go. Select entire file. Great. That did it.
12 humans for sure.
That one did it. That one got it. Good. Okay.
12 humans for sure died in the thing, and since there's not a single woman in the whole movie, this gives us our first kill count with the victims 100% one gender. At a runtime of 108 minutes, that's a known character killed on average every 9 minutes flat. Gender imbalance, though again, 3 of those were in-movie characters.
Oh, it's a pass, James. I think Cabin in the Woods is... I loved it. I thought it was amazing the first time I saw it. The more I see it, the less enamored with it I am. I also think that... But if you've never seen it, it's definitely worth watching because I think it's pretty fucking cool the first time you see it, especially if you don't know anything about it. That's great. But once you know it, it's less enjoyable on a rewatch, I think. Although, really, that's the first act. Because the first act is really setting up what it does in the second and third act of the movie, which is pretty cool, what it does. Like I said, especially if you've never seen it and don't know anything about it. But on rewatch, that whole first act is like this setup, and you're just like, all right, I know where it's going now, so like this kind of sucks. Just get to it.
That's a known character killed on average every 9 minutes flat. Gender imbalance, though.
Maybe I should just do these graphics. Get those out of the way. Let's see. 12 Thanks, little Benny boys. Just stay little Benny boys. 12 kills. How many... Is that like Scream 2? Do 12 people die in Scream 2? No, like 10 people die in Scream 2. Is there a movie where 12 people die that I've done? I don't know how I feel about the Chucky movies because I haven't seen them in a long time, but I'll let you know in a couple of months. Juante. Friday the 13th kill counts. I know 14 people died in the remake. Oh wow, when you Google that, my shit comes up a lot. Guys, I can't do Halloween until this channel is my job because it will take way too much time and I have to work full time and it sucks. I'm sorry. Oh, 12 people die in part 3. Great. I'll use that as a template. But yeah, I'm really sorry, guys. If you need me to do the spiel, I'll do the spiel where I explain why I can't do Halloween or Nightmare or any of the big series right now, and explain how you can help me do those. That's if you want the spiel. Because a whole bunch of you are saying, are sort of demanding. You're suggesting it in a very forceful way that I do Halloween, and that's, Let's see. Thanks, Nick. Yeah, we're not gonna do that, Gasmaster. If you wanna come hang out with a different name and icon, you're more than welcome to, but we're not gonna have that. Oh no, I'm lagging so much. Alpha Legend, please don't spam the chat. Oh wow. This is actually a fun little opportunity. So these files are offline, and but I know that they're all just supposed to be dudes, so I'm just gonna make both of these files place footage with is it man? And then it found the woman file, but what if I just replace that footage also with man? Yep, now they're all dudes. That was fucking easy. Great. Okay. So we're just gonna plop this effects file over to here. That's the main comp. Then we'll do that.
Humans for sure died in the thing, and since there's not a single woman in the whole movie, this gives us our first kill count with the victims 100% one gender. At a runtime of 108 minutes, that's a known character killed on average every 9.
Okay, so obviously I have to make adjustments here. So are these too big?
12 humans for sure died in the thing, and since there's not a single woman in the whole...
What if I make me a little bit smaller? scooch me on down.
12 humans for sure died in the thing, and since there's not a single woman in the whole movie, this gives us our first kill count with the victims 100% one gender. At a runtime of 108 minutes, that's a known character killed on average every 9 minutes.
Okay. So, there's no need for any of those little guys, right? Let's just pop open all these guys and kill all these. Thanks, Leo.
Died in the thing, and since there's not a single woman in the whole movie, this
Alright, so now on bodies line 2. Oh boy, I'm sleepy. Kill these as well. Da, 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 da. Wow. 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 Wow, Beth. Wow. Wow. Wow.
died in the thing, and since there's not a single woman in the whole movie, this gives us our first kill count.
No, it's Owen Wilson. Wow. What, you thought it was my brother Luke? No, Luke doesn't say wow. That's my thing. Wow. Let's edit this motherfucking pie chart. Let's edit this motherfucking pie chart. So if I just kill that, nope. Nope. Okay, here's how we gonna do. We gonna kill wedge 1, and then move these boyos to here. These guys don't even need to exist. Uh-oh, an expression error. I think I see the problem. This is starting off here. I see. Okay. This is what happens when I do a thing. Okay, here. I got an easy solution. So, let's bring back that other wedge. Yeah. So, because I don't want to like look into how exactly I do all this. I just did a fucking tutorial and I figured it out. And I don't want to have to refigure it out. So if we kill wedge 2, yes. And then we have this first slider go all the way to 100. Is that right? Yep. Great. Wow. Wow. What's this England thing you guys are talking about? I'm definitely out of the loop on that one. Okay, and then obviously we don't need these numbers at all. We just need this little boy to pop up. So we can kill 5 and 7. Yep, okay. And it is 12, excellent. Wow. Put the styrofoam down, wow. Let's see how this works.
Not a single woman in the whole movie. This gives us our first kill count with the victim.
Oh, I see. Thanks. Sometimes like the shit from After Effects doesn't like render correctly over. Like, come on, Premiere and After Effects, get it the fuck together.
Victims 100% one gender. Not a single woman in the whole movie. This gives us our first kill count with the victim.
Let's have that 12 pop up a little later.
This gives us our first kill with the victims. A woman in the whole movie. This gives us our first kill count with the.
A little bit later still.
This gives us our first kill count with the victims 100% one gender.
Alright, now we need it to just hang out a little bit longer. So, pie chart. All these keyframes, scoot them down a little bit.
First kill count with the victims 100% one gender.
A little bit sooner. Couple frames.
First kill count, victims 100% one gender.
Okay, and now this math has to come in a little bit later. And Liz.
At a runtime of 108 minutes, that's a known character killed on average every. That's a known character killed on average.
Okay, and I want where the oh, I see. Okay. So, how many minutes?
One gender at a runtime of 108.
108 minutes. I remember that was very hard for me to say. 108 minutes. 108 minutes, great.
At a runtime of 108 minutes, that's a known character killed on average.
Okay, and then I want that to slide away a little bit later. So that's these.
Known character killed on average every 9 minutes.
That's too late. Move it up a little bit.
Character killed on average every 9.
Still too late.
Killed on average every 9. Character killed on average every 9.
A little bit earlier.
On average every 9. Time of 108 minutes. That's a known character killed on average every 9.
Yep, okay, that's good. So every and this guy comes in.
That's a known character killed on average every 9 minutes. Killed on average every 9 minutes. On average every 9 minutes.
Great, okay. Just change that to 9. Okay. Don't do a dab. I ain't going dab. Beth dabs really well, though. Beth dabs all the time. Beth be dab. Okay, so that's good, right? I just need to get them sweet, sweet sound effects in place. So we only need 12 of these little bubbles. They also need to start a little earlier, so 3, 4, 5, 6. One, two, 3, 4, 5.
Humans for sure died in the
Bye, just for fun.
humans for sure died in the thing, and since there's not a single woman in the whole movie, this gives us
Right. Other sound effects.
a woman in the whole movie. This single woman in the whole movie. This whole movie. This gives us our this gives us our
After 9/11 died at his cabin in the woods.
in the whole movie. This gives us our first kill count with the victims 100% one gender. At a runtime of 100% one gender. At a runtime of at a runtime of gender. At a runtime of runtime of 108 minutes.
I've never watched Supernatural, but I definitely know that Jared Padalecki or whatever is in it, because that's all the fucking comments said on that remake.
108 minutes. 108 minutes. That's a known character. Minutes. That's a known character killed on average.
I also know that Daniel Panabaker plays a character named Caitlin Snow in Flash.
Every 9 minutes flat. On average, every 9 minutes. Average every 9 minutes. On average, every 9 minutes. Every 9 minutes flat. Flat. Gender imbalance.
Great, okay. That might be done. Yeah, American Werewolf has some awesome fucking effects in it.
12 humans for sure died in the thing, and since there's not a single woman in the whole movie, this gives us our first kill count with the victims 100% one gender. At a runtime of 108 minutes, that's a known character killed on average every 9 minutes flat. I'll give the golden chainsaw for coolest death to Officer Perkins.
Okay. Let's see.
Golden chainsaw for coolest kill goes to Copper. I just love the suddenness. Goes to Copper.
Yeah, Tom, I love that fucking scene so much.
Golden chainsaw for coolest kill goes to Copper. I just love the suddenness of that torso opening up and the way his hands are literally bitten off by a belly. I just love the suddenness of that torso opening up and the way his hands are literally bitten off by a belly. Don't Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill goes to Copper. I just love the suddenness of that torso opening up, and the way his hands are literally bitten off by a belly. Joel Machete has a bunch of...
What's the Hebes doing to piss everyone off?
Golden Chainsaw for coolest kill goes to Copper.
Yeah, the best part about the blood test thing is how, like, he's openly suspicious of Gary. And he's like, yeah, that's what I thought, Gary. We'll save you for last. And then he goes and tests Palmer's, and then it's like, that's what happens. It just sets... It's the same thing with the... with this scene, with the defibrillators, because right before it happens, you see Clark wielding that scalpel and, like, getting ready to charge at Mac. So you're really focused on that, and subconsciously you're just like, yeah, this medical stuff going on is just a distraction while this is going on. It's a distraction for us and for Mac to distract us away from the fact that Clark is going to attack him with a scalpel. So this is what you're focused on. And you're, like, looking at Clark, and you're wondering what's going to happen, and then, like, here it is. Cuts back to it. He's getting ready to attack. And so you're, like, cut back to Clark. Especially that. That's great, the fact that it, like, you're in the situation. It goes to this, and you see this is happening. So you're like, okay, this is a regular thing. And it cuts back to the scalpel. And so it's like saying, it's telling you that this is what's important. This is what you want to pay attention to. So when it goes back to this, you're like, okay, they're just distracting me. I want to get back to the scalpel, and I want to see what happens with that. And instead, that fucking happens. And it's just, like, fucking amazing. Oh, I love it. This movie's so good. Bethany Dab, hell yeah. Oops.
Goes to Copper. I just love the suddenness of that. I just love the suddenness of that torso opening up, and the way his hands are literally bitten off by a belly. Hands are literally bitten off by a belly.
Yum, 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 yum. Yum, yum, yum. That's good hands. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, is my shit super far behind? I bet super fucking far behind. Did Beth say do not? Oh, okay. Yeah, this sucks. I dabbed like 30 minutes ago. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm going to have to end this stream pretty soon anyway. I got to get to sleep.
just love the suddenness of that torso open. The cop. I just love the. Was the cop. I just love the sudden. The cop. I just love the suddenness of that torso opening up, and the way his hands are literally bitten off by a belly.
Guys, the way they did that is really fucking cool. What they actually did, and I hate that I can't see your responses because of all this this chat being so far behind. What they actually did was they made a fucking mold of the actor's face who plays Norris. They like made a mold of his head and his face. Then they found an actor who was missing his forearms. They found a guy who, because of an accident or whatever, was missing both his forearms, and they had him wear the Norris actor fucking face mask and then put fake hands on him and had this contraption rip them off. And so this guy is just like wearing this Norris mask. Let's see if we can spot it. So that's obviously him because it's a close-up, but like this is a mask that this actor's wearing. Let's see if we can. Like this shot, yeah. Like if going in slow motion, you can kind of tell. But like that's like an amputee with a face mask in that one shot, which I think is fucking amazing. Copper, yeah, I'm sorry, not Norris. Good call. Okay.
A belly. Dull machete bitten off by a belly. Dull machete by a belly.
Dude, they did. Oh, also the guy who made. I wish I had found space to say it in the video, but the guy who made the effects, most of the effects for The Thing, was 22 years old. What was it? Fuck. The Thing. Practical effects. I forget his name. I should definitely know it. I wish that I'd worked it into the video because he definitely deserves like all the acclaim. Let's see. Really, when I Google The Thing practical effects, there's nothing that even like has his name. Shit. Damn it. I wish I could. Oh, Batin. Batin? I think it's Batin. I forget his first name. Yeah, Rob Batin. Thank you. All right, guys, I'm pretty wiped out, and I need to get ready for bed and go to bed. So, and also my chat's fucked up, and I hate it when this fucking happens. I really need to call Time Warner / Spectrum, their supervillain name, and complain about the fact that, like, I think my internet's fucked up, man. So, thanks, Kevin Thomas. Everyone, why are all these messages being deleted? Is that... I don't understand. Is that just a glitch? But it really looks like everyone's fucking messages are getting deleted, like Rachel Billingsley's and Riley Cassidy's. I don't know. That's weird. Okay. Thank you guys for hanging out. I feel better about where I'm at compared to when I started the stream. I did get a lot done during the stream. I'm close-ish. I'm close-ish. It'll definitely be done in time for Friday and probably in time for the patrons on Thursday. I just got to finish it tomorrow, that means. And hopefully if Gressel's new audio trick works. One easy trick to that makes audio engineers go wild. All right, guys. Thank you. Love you all. Thanks for coming by. Good night, Sahibs. Good night, Liz. Good night, all my crazy mod force and all the awesome fans who joined me for this wonderful experience. I love y'all. Thank you, Face. And yeah, guys, if you really love what I'm doing and you can afford it, please consider hopping on that Patreon, because the sooner that's able to support me, the sooner we get a lot more videos and a lot more fun stuff. All right, cool, guys. Thanks a lot. I'm going to hit disconnect on this. Love y'all. Thank you. Good night.